the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 747.
It's
like an airplane or something.
We're gonna fly a plane into this bitch.
Wow. You know, that might have been appropriate in 2010, Billy the Fridge.
You gonna cancel me?
Yes. You're
Try
already
it.
canceled.
Try it.
That shirt already canceled you.
This shirt is fucking cute. I'll get 7 kisses if I go out wearing this shirt. How many kisses will you get in your smoke pan everyday shirt? A lot. Probably.
What
All
is it, like
from
a
Lord
combination
Magicus.
dress shirt, sweatshirt? What's going on with it?
I'm not sure.
There.
You know how fat people dress.
What's that, a boy's medium?
Yeah.
Oh, top button. We're going Jake Gyllenhaal and Prisoners. I love it. Okay, I take everything back. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
He's got a filter on.
Wasn't that a Billy Crystal movie?
What?
Boy's Medium, where he was like a psychic. The little boy found him. And he went around like declaring the future for the little boy, and the boy didn't trust him at first, so he lost a finger or something.
Yeah, it's just a movie about a middle-aged man lying to a boy.
Yeah. Maybe that wasn't a movie. Maybe I made that up.
Maybe you made that up.
Coming to theaters near you in 1986. Boys Medium.
Remember theaters? Those were fun.
Don't remind me. They were supposed to open
Sorry.
back up next week.
Those were the before times.
Yeah.
I went to a drive-in theater.
Theaters. We had friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember amusement parks? Those were great.
Barely. I sort of do. Yeah.
So, everybody, like the stream. Make sure you're subscribed. We're going to get into the next segment really quickly here. If you have
What was
bad
the first segment? This one?
Yeah, this was the segment.
Yeah, this was the talk about
Billy's shirt segment.
right.
The preamble.
And
Yeah.
747 commentaries.
Yes.
Bush took down the towers.
Oh fuck, dude. Don't do
Investigate 311.
Yeah. Wait. 311, isn't that?
He called me, sir. It got me so humiliated.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
You better well learn to love it.
that. All right. So, I just want to get this out there. Hooker Tom, Hooker Tom, Hooker Tom.
For those of you unfamiliar with the brand new Drunken
Fun show
Peasants
last
meme.
night. Here's to another great evening. Salud.
Thank
Salud.
you.
Salud.
Oh,
Cheers, Josh
yeah, and by
Newborn.
the way, even though this is our Thursday show, this is actually our Saturday bonus show.
Yeah, this is our last show of the week.
Yes.
Because of 4th of July.
Whoa.
Hey, you guys going out?
Did
going to
you
the
just
beach? What
say
you doing?
that
What you
Jews
doing? Going to
lie?
the movie theater? Going to the beach?
And no movie theater, no biatch, nothing good, no firecrackers.
I'm tired of your anti-Semitism.
I said firecrackers too. I'm getting everybody.
Are you trying to get even? Oh, so you're trying to go for like the
4th
South
of July,
Park thing?
firecrackers.
Okay.
4th of July, it's how it's pronounced. You can't make it something weird.
Disgusting.
Do you
Disgusting.
guys all have? Do you all have people that fire off fireworks like right in the middle of the street next to your house, like all the fucking time too?
Absolutely. For the last, I don't know, 3 weeks.
I thought them things was
What the hell's
illegal.
up with that?
Well, to be fair, yesterday was the Canadian 4th of July, so that's why he's getting it. He's getting it hard right now.
Getting it hard from behind.
And for the entire month of June, yes.
Yeah,
Why?
it's been like for a month now. Like I just look out my window and see people literally in the street, like launching fireworks off.
Yeah.
I heard that the police are the ones letting them all off to cause
Sting
civil
and Aaron
unrest.
Copland?
Yes.
Bastards.
So, for what? Almost a year now, we've heard Chris Hansen say that he got the FBI to investigate an Onision.
Well, that's what he said.
And today, John Swan released a recorded phone call of him talking to the Pierce County District Attorney.
Who is not the FBI.
They share the same database.
Huh.
Yeah. So if there was an open investigation, they would have that information.
Would they share it with John Swan?
Yes, it's public information.
Huh.
Right, do you have a first and last name for that?
Yeah, so the name is James Jackson.
All right, what is your date of birth?
I think it's the 11th of November, 1985.
Okay.
Happy
Not
birthday.
showing up in there. Let me go check another one of our systems.
11/11.
Okay. So it looks like all he
Veterans
has are
Day.
civil cases.
All he has are civil cases.
Is that what you're looking for? Civil
Yeah,
case?
yeah. So what are those? What are those cases involving?
I think both of them are harassment.
What is that case related to? That harassment one?
I see. I'm not even able to check the details because it is a civil. But the incident did occur in January of this year.
It's probably the Repsion
It is.
harassment.
They're the two civil cases are the ones that Onision filed against Repsion
and the wrong
Chris Hansen.
He did. He filed a harassment claim against the wrong Chris Hansen.
Which it sounds stupid.
It's a very common name.
It sounds stupid, but Chris Hansen has so many addresses that he claims to live at. It's very easy to find the wrong one.
Yeah, he should have sent it to the tent under the overpass instead, right?
Well, I think that was a temporary address.
Oh, okay.
There's also the closet in Connecticut, his girlfriend's house in New York, and his mom's house in Michigan. And if you try and get a hold of him by phone, you have to find the phone number through his son's name because he doesn't even have a phone line in his own name.
His son's
hard.
an actual reporter, too, like for a local news channel.
These are all alleged claims, too, by the way. Maybe Chris Hansen has his own house and his own phone. I don't know. Allegedly,
It's kind of
he
like
doesn't.
how Jared Genesis allegedly had, he was just acting.
Wait.
And that was just his set.
Are you telling me Jared Genesis lives off of his parents and Chris Hansen lives off of his kids? He's proto Jared Genesis?
He's proto Jared.
What?
Well,
Eventually,
hold on. Why do these have to be mutually exclusive? If Chris Hansen lives off of his kid and Jared Genesis lives off of his parents, that means that Chris Hansen is Jared Genesis's grandfather, and there's a middle generation that they're both living off of.
Oh my gosh,
What
we
if
cracked the
Chris
code.
Hansen is Jared Genesis in the future, and he came back in
Oh
time?
my God.
My friends and I, we cracked
I would
the
say it's
code.
more likely that Jared Genesis is alternate timeline Chris Hansen. You know what I'm saying? Like he's Chris Hansen from an alternate timeline.
Jared Genesis 100%, if he had a car, would wind up on How to Catch a Predator.
I know.
I think the only thing keeping him off there is how lazy he is.
Oh, we're laughing, but it's so
Jail.
scary and true.
It's
at
the
the
lack
same
of
time.
mobility.
Like literally people in our Discord server pretended to be 15, 16-year-old girls and DM'd Jared Genesis, and he just replied with a dick pic. Literally.
Yeah, like they were like I'm
So
too
many
young.
times.
Wasn't it like they were like I'm too young, and he undersold how young they were?
Yeah.
And then they were like I'm older than that, but still illegal. He's like, oh okay, yeah, no, 14 wasn't a
all the
problem.
better.
15's fine. He's
Yep.
like, it was like what?
Yep.
He thought he was talking to someone even younger than the person said they were, and he was okay with it.
It looks like
You'd think after you get trolled doing this enough times that you'd fucking learn, like, oh, they're just like baiting me. No, he falls for it every time. How?
And then he
is
goes,
that dumb?
"Oh, I was just being edgy to get back at the trolls." Anyway, this isn't that much longer. We'll finish it.
Closed. When was it closed?
on the 24th of January.
24th of January. I'd mostly be concerned about, anything violent. There's been some, allegations and some pretty concerning stuff. And I just wanted to make sure some, detectives are investigating him or ever have, for abuse or, I feel better knowing if nothing's ever happened, then, everything should be fine there.
Well, yeah, from what I'm looking at, they are closed. But if there is something more to it, that would be a better question for civil.
All right, so there's no criminal charges then on this at all? It's just civil?
Yeah, from what I'm looking at, it's just civil.
So there's no investigations ever that you can see into this guy for, assault or abuse or anything of that sort?
No, just the harassment.
Okay, just the harassment. Well, all right, thank you very much for that. That puts my mind at ease a bit more, so I do appreciate that. Thank you very much.
No problem. You have a good day.
All right, thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, so... And remember, Chris Hansen had the guy, the representative from the Pierce County Sheriff's Office, come on, and he was like, "We haven't found any victims."
He's like, "Well, the problem is we're not finding any actual victims."
Right.
And you're like,
that
"What?"
Does make it trickier to file criminal charges, I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you know how many victims I have, and how many criminal charges I have?
Countless.
One of those is 0.
The other,
take your pick.
Is penny.
So, Toad McKinley came in because Chris Hansen made a tweet earlier today.
What's the tweet? What's the tweet say?
It's about Dobby vanity and shit, but every reply is about the fucking how there's no charges and no investigation. So,
do you have any idea why the Pierce County DA has no record of Onision being under any sort of investigation, criminal or civil?
Well,
1, the person on the recording is not the actual Pierce County DA. 2,
yeah.
not the actual
DA's
Pierce.
office. It's not the
Yes.
DA.
Yeah,
right.
They are lying to you, not me, Chris Hansen. 2, the sheriff's FBI do the investigating, and when the case is ready, it's brought to the DA's office for prosecution. So at this point, the DA wouldn't have anything on record. He's actually right.
Oh, hold on. Let's see some of these.
FBI could have gotten complaints, and they looked into it and found nothing. Case closed. They aren't going to notify the public of investigations that are essentially unfounded. Chris isn't stupid. He knows this.
The FBI are currently investigating evidence that Chris's former employee is on record saying he planned to tamper with
it at the behest of Chris. Where I was groomed and manipulated, too boring to report on. It's not boring at all. Little do they know that your hard drive is being sent to the FBI. FYI, I am going to install a new hard drive and rebuild your laptop. What? He's to Sarah? He says he's going to install a new hard drive and rebuild your laptop. Did you find anything? And what about my phone? There's lots in there, the most, to be honest. Are you also sending me a copy still? Yes to both. So Vince says your hard drive is being sent to the FBI. That was a lie. It never happened. We know that Sarah got the laptop back and then sent it to herself, and she, at the time, since she was fucking done with Chris Hansen. I don't know if she's going back to Chris Hansen now that there's some sort of television deal, but I have heard that the television deal was in the works when she was in the falling out with Chris
Shiloh's
Hansen.
invested in the television deal.
Yeah. So are a few other victims.
Alleged victims.
I like to say victims, though. It sounds like, when they called the wrestlers in WWE divas. It's like the trademark. It's the victims.
You got superstars and divas.
Yeah. You have predators and victims.
Oh, yeah, this is the reply here. Nona suggesting that it was the actual DA. Stop obfuscating. You're 60. Start acting like it.
Whoa. Just because he's 60 doesn't mean he's not a privileged little brat, okay? It's not fair to tell somebody to act 60 when their entire life they've been grifting off of other people, pretending to be the bearer of fucking knowledge when all they were doing was reading a teleprompter in a very interesting and listenable tone. By the way, it's questionable the way I say things. Oh, and I drop in a word like pedo, and everybody listens because everybody hates that.
There's so many hand simps out there.
Hand simps?
Yeah, Chris hand simps.
Hansen simps? Yeah, because they thought for one, they invested in a dead meme to begin with. This guy's career died in 2005 when the dude shot himself in the head, and he's been itching his way back into the public appeals by making fucking bullshit Kickstarters, scamming
And by the way,
everybody
how
he works
does your
with.
career die when something that awesome happens? Like, what kind of shitty marketer
Well,
are
his
you
show got
that you-
canceled. His show got canceled, and other networks took the story and ran with it and made them look bad. So they fought. Well, and he also got fired because he was messing around with a local news reporter too.
Yeah, and then her
Who
career
among
went in the
us
dumps.
hasn't messed around with a local news reporter?
Yeah, like Bree Walker from L.A. She's got lobster claw hands, but they feel so good. Wow.
Can I just offer a word of advice? If you're going to do something illegal like tamper with evidence, don't fucking send a text message that's evidence that you're doing that. Maybe that's a phone call and not a text message.
The best thing is that he didn't even fucking send the laptop to the FBI or tamper with it. He just told her that to make her feel better about himself.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
was
"Oh, don't-
being nice.
Yeah, don't
Maybe
worry
he
about
fucked
this
it up."
investigation that we don't give a fuck about, that we're only using to manipulate views. Don't worry about that. I'm going to rebuild your laptop. I'm going to tamper with
upgrade
it
it with so much RAM.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Giggity goo. Yeah, so this call lets us know that Pierce County has no cases against Onision. People will argue that the FBI is there and that the Pierce County wouldn't tell some YouTuber anyways. There's a lot of people.
That's not true.
Well, that's what people will argue. They want so bad for the boogeyman to finally get stopped, but guess what? You're giving power to people who are only manipulating and abusing you. But that's okay, because most of the NAO people are fucking abusers themselves. I've seen it when they attack perfectly innocent people because they've been told to by the victims.
That sounds like something only a predator would say, Billy.
I guess.
It really does.
I guess.
It really does.
I guess.
That's what happens if anybody defend or if anybody questions them, they call you a defender, an onion defender.
I did what I thought was right when Sarah came forward. I distanced myself from Onision. And when Chris Hansen was here sniffing around Onision's house, I tweeted to Chris Hansen, "Hey, if you want to get an interview, if you want to get an interview, I know a whole lot of shit about Onision." And Shiloh responded, "Stay out of this," and sent all the fucking anti-Os against me.
Stay out of this. This is my hustle, bitch.
Yeah, and then
That's basically what she was
sent
doing.
the anti-Os after
My
me.
turf.
Yep.
And I just backed away. I was like, "Oh, I talked to Shiloh. We worked things out." She rescinded the attack, right?
Which never totally works.
Yeah, but then
everybody remembers the original post. Only about half of the people see the
That's the thing.
retraction.
It's like when you print a
Don't forget to
retraction
like
in a
the stream,
newspaper
fans.
after saying that Hillary Clinton won the election. Like, not as many people are going to see the apology as the initial headline.
Yeah.
Right.
But I didn't care when it was targeted towards me. I didn't care. I knew that most everybody's like, well, fuck him. He deserves it. He was friends with Onision, right? So I'm like, whatever. We'll move forward. But then I see her do it to other people that I know. Friends of mine that were former friends with Onision that have no backing at all in it. And these girls that are victims are like, they're telling other people that are possibly victims that they can't eat at their table. You know, you can't be a victim like us. We're the better victims. And they exclude other victims. And then Chris Hansen realizes he's running out of victim stories. So he brings in every fucking person who's ever sniffed Onision's underwear, gives them an hour to talk and cry about their friends starving to death because Onision's videos shook them too much. And then we're supposed to sit back and act like there's only this sacred victimhood, that only certain people can be victims. It's a fucking scam. It's a grift. We're all being.
Look, it's a victim off. There's
Yeah.
a finite number of victims out there, so everyone's fighting for that top
Victim
spot.
gatekeeping.
I respect
It's
the
like
hustle.
fucking currency at this point.
You know,
Yeah.
victim gatekeeping is almost the same as like lol cow gatekeeping, which I've seen before too. Like there were a bunch of people, speaking of Jared again, there were always a bunch of weird trolls that were like really obsessed with Jared. So they tried to like gatekeep him and like would get mad if other people talked about him. That's like that's our little lol cow. Get away from him.
See, I can say this about Onision. I was never a fan of Onision. Most of these victims can't say that.
True. That is true.
Which makes you better than the victims.
I'm saying.
You win again, Billy.
I'm saying. All you guys ever had to do was never be a fan of Onision, and this would never happen. That's all I'm saying.
That's
Don't
true.
be a fan of Onision.
His content was trash. You know what? I'm not going to do it, but I think I'd probably rather watch his newer content than his older content.
I watched
Disciples of Light and the Demon Fridge. Please donate your green to the sweet team. Don't make me do a police cop show call.
It's like,
Police cop show call!
Would I rather watch a stupid skit with bad acting or just watch Onision fuck himself? It's a really hard choice.
Both good options.
Somebody sent me a video from his OnlyFans. I just want to say, if you think that it's not a good investment to watch Onision do porn with himself,
Think again.
think again. It's worth every penny, guys.
He'll start the collabs soon enough.
Wait, can that be another one of those
That's what
segments
he'll
where you
ask
draw
you and
it?
Joe to come back and collab with
Oh,
him
God.
again.
We could be the honeysuckle dildo.
Billy, we need you to draw what the video looks like so you can show everybody on.
It's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
Onision, Billy, and Joe in Pound Town.
Oh.
Dude.
It's like this.
Oh, God.
The video I
You guys
saw.
would make a lot of money, though.
The video I saw was like, it was more gay than most gay porn I've seen.
I haven't seen the actual porn, but I saw pictures of him like wearing a singlet, like he's a wrestler, like a collegiate
whoa.
a collegiate wrestler.
Hey, he wants to challenge you to a match, Scott.
Is he moving into my territory? Look,
It
I
looks
am
like
both a predator and a wrestler.
I wrestled in
Pick a lane,
high
dude.
school, and it was like that. It was like the shit I wore wrestling in high school, like Greco-Roman style, Olympic style wrestling.
I don't want to give spoilers because you know how I am against spoilers.
It's all a spoiler, knowing that it exists.
But
as a
I will
spoiler.
say this: join Onision's OnlyFans if you've ever wanted to see how Onision would give a blowjob. That's all I'm saying.
I have been curious, so I probably will.
Moving on.
Yeah.
I'm Billy and I were talking about this yesterday before the show. I'm kind of afraid with how because they said Mike Judge is saying this is going to be a reimagining of Beavis and Butthead. And I swear to fucking God, if it's woke Beavis and Butthead.
I hope it is. I hope it's woke. I hope that they're women. I hope they're trans women. I hope they go
I
all
hope they're all
out.
trans Indian women.
I fucking hope they
no
go all out.
If they go far enough down that lane, then it might actually be entertaining.
I
well,
think
that's
it
the
could
thing.
be.
If it's like tongue-in-cheek woke, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
That's very
Not even tongue-in-cheek woke. I hope it's so
Just insane,
super woke.
over the top,
Yes.
earnestly woke.
Yes. Because I trust Mike Judge. For some reason, I trust him with whatever direction he goes. Maybe I'm wrong to think that.
I mean, there's been artists
Mike
whose
Judge.
work I've greatly admired in many different mediums, and sometimes when they try to reimagine, they try to create magic twice, and it doesn't always work.
I trust Matt Judge more than I Mike Judge more than I trust Matt Groening, and Matt Groening did some good stuff after Simpsons.
Yeah.
I could see Mike Judge turning this, whatever he does with it. Maybe he won't make it SJW woke. I just think if he did, it would be fucking hilarious. It would be great. I don't think Mike Judge can
in
fuck
terms of
this
like
up.
Mike Judge versus Matt Groening did like Futurama, which is great. He didn't try to do The Simpsons 2.
Right.
Or
right.
or like
Well,
the new Simpsons.
You can't really do the new.
Yeah, because Futurama was like a totally different thing too.
Show on television.
And before The Simpsons, he did the Book of Hell, those crazy rabbits. That shit was insane. I saw Matt Groening do like a live like seminar almost.
Okay, let me suggest something. Beavis and Butthead would sit down and they would critique music videos. What if the new Beavis and Butthead is legitimately just them sitting down critiquing internet videos? It's a ripoff of Drunken Peasants. Beavis and Butthead are technically the original Drunken Peasants, ripping on music instead of pop culture or not news and stuff. they're the zero and sub-zero peasants. If you were the first peasant and I was the second peasant, Ben, and Anita Sarkeesian was third peasant, Beavis and Butthead were peasant 0 and -1. It's a fact.
Oh my God. Yeah. Reimagining.
As New York Times reports, the series will be a reimagining with Judge aboard to write, produce, and again do those the familiar voices. The news of Beavis and Butthead's revival comes just after Comedy Central announced new series Jody, a spinoff of a character that appeared on Daria, which was itself a spinoff of Beavis and Butthead.
Really? A spinoff of a spinoff?
Yeah, that happens.
It does.
The Cleveland Show.
What is this? Joni Loves Chachi? What
Right.
is this? Mork and Mindy? What is this? Laverne and Shirley? What is this? The fourth example?
The Andy Griffith Show was a spinoff.
Oh, yeah.
It was of Make Room for Daddy, which was Danny Thomas's sitcom in the early 60s. There's an episode where their car breaks down in Mayberry, and that's where all of that came from.
Do you think that they had the idea for the spinoff first?
I don't
And then
know.
they introduced it to the show to like
they would
play into
do
it?
stuff like that a lot back then, actually, so that's entirely possible. They did
Yeah.
a lot of like backdoor pilots for new shows
Yeah.
via other shows.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I never knew it was a spinoff. I've only ever seen Andy Griffith and never the other one.
And did you know
They
that
used to play it on Nick at Night back in the day. No,
did you know that Married with Children was a spinoff from Family Feud?
That's true.
From Family Feud?
Yeah, Richard Dawson, Family Feud.
Yeah, the Bundys originally appeared on Family Feud, and then they're like, "Hey, we should make
Yeah,
a documentary
We should
about
give
us."
them a documentary. It was great.
We don't have to read the whole article. I just think it's interesting.
This is-
I don't even know if I'll watch it.
Oh, I'm going to watch
I don't have
it.
high hopes for it, but I
Right.
hope that it's
It's
good.
Mike Judge.
Yeah.
How could you not have high
People
hopes
said
for
that
this?
about so many people.
What's the last thing Mike Judge failed at?
What's the last thing he did?
I know he did. What was the
Extract? Was
I don't
it
even-
Extract?
Did he fail at Extract?
I don't know.
Extract
It
was okay.
It was there.
Didn't
It was
Mike
fine.
Judge do the Thomas Middleditch HBO series? What was the fucking?
Oh shit! Yeah, he was involved in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, Silicon Valley. Wasn't that
was
Mike Judge? That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, Silicon Valley rules.
I guess Extract might have been a failure.
I think it didn't do that well financially or whatever. Like I saw the movie because it was Mike Judge, and
Yeah.
it was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he got paid. Maybe that was a paycheck movie. Maybe that was his reindeer game.
Could have been a paycheck movie.
Yeah.
One for them, one for me.
Silicon Valley was fucking awesome, though.
I love Silicon Valley.
Yeah, I think that if Beavis and Butthead's making a return, and I want a reimagining. I don't want the same old Beavis and Butthead. That was cool when I was 12, and looking back at it as an adult, I'm like, this is so cool. I wish I was 12 again.
Oh, by the way,
yeah, nothing's changed.
I did the quick research here. This show was produced by Danny Thomas, so that's probably why they set it up that way. So they, yeah. So and then Andy Griffith had spin-offs.
Did Gomer
Pyle.
come out of
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
I wonder what TV show has had the most spin-offs.
Happy Days had a lot of
Happy
them. Right?
Days.
Yeah.
You think it was Happy Days? It was the most.
It's
though?
Happy Days for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. No question.
So Joni Loves Chachi, Laverne and Shirley. What else?
Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy. Yep.
There's more. There's like 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, Mork and Mindy. That's crazy.
that
That's
I
in the
can't
same.
And then that's the most spin-offs, but then the super interesting one is the biggest extended universe, which is Saint Elsewhere.
Dude, that was such a good show. I'm like barely old enough to remember that shit.
Can you do an image search for Saint Elsewhere universe, and you'll see this insane chart.
So they're telling me All in the Family has the most.
Ah, that's believable too.
There's
That is
7
one, too. That's got
spin-offs.
the Jeffersons. That's got
Good Times. Archie Bunker's Place, Checking
Archie Bunker's
In,
Place. Yeah.
Maude.
Oh yeah, yeah. All in the Family does have a lot.
Yeah, so they're saying All in the Family has the most spin-offs with 7.
I'll allow it.
7 spin-offs from TV's most spun-off sitcom, All in the Family.
Let's see. Oh, so they arrested that woman that was helping Jeffrey Epstein wrangle his teenage girls.
Yeah.
How long until she suicides herself?
Ooh. That's man.
The question everyone's asking right
now. That will
'cause
just
everybody
make the
fucking knows it's
conspiracy
gonna happen.
theory even more believable.
Okay, what
is it
if
even a conspiracy at this point, though? Like,
yes,
there's no
it
way that
is.
he killed
It is. Just
himself.
because it's more likely doesn't mean it's not. It hasn't been proven, and it is a conspiracy, whether it's true or not. It is a
I thought
conspiracy.
they came out with. They said there's evidence that he didn't kill himself, like the way that his
Well,
injuries
there
happened.
definitely was evidence that he didn't kill himself, and there also could be it all could be bullshit. He could be sitting on an island somewhere, drinking a Mai Tai, because this was his cash out.
Like Ghislaine Maxwell, a confidant of Jeffrey Epstein, has been arrested in connection with the ongoing sexual abuse investigation. In the federal indictment obtained by E! News, Maxwell is charged with 6 counts for her alleged involvement in the Epstein abuse case. The counts include conspiracy to entice minors to travel to engage in illegal sex acts, enticement of a minor to travel and engage in illegal sex acts, conspiracy to transport minors with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity, transportation of a minor with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity, as well as 2 counts of perjury. The charges set forth herein stem from the role of Ghislaine Maxwell, the defendant, in the sexual exploitation and abuse of multiple minor girls by Jeffrey Epstein, the indictment states, and alleges Maxwell assisted, facilitated, and contributed.
She dresses like Michael Jackson right here.
I wonder why. What would her and Michael Jackson have in common?
You know what? I don't believe the Michael Jackson stuff.
I mean, here's you don't believe it?
No.
Here's what her and Michael Jackson have in common. They're both old white women.
That's
to Jeffrey
true.
Epstein's abuse.
What I'll say about Michael Jackson is, obviously I don't know, but I think the best case he has going for his innocence is that he was too retarded to molest anyone.
Of minor girls by, among
With
other
that much
things,
money?
helping Epstein to recruit, groom, and
Why did he have a
ultimately
series
abuse
of bells
victims
that
known
would
to
ring when
Maxwell
somebody
I'm not
walked
going to
down
argue
the
with
long
you about
hallway to his
this.
house?
I'm going to talk about Epstein instead.
and Epstein to be under the age of 18. More info was given at a press conference held by federal authorities and live streamed on the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York's Facebook page.
Today we announced charges against Ghislaine Maxwell for helping Jeffrey Epstein sexually exploit and abuse multiple minor
I wonder why they
girls
let her go free
from a
for this
period-
long. Maybe they were watching her to see if
She wasn't. I think she was in hiding. I think they couldn't find her.
Well, maybe they were just trying to. They didn't want to do it until they could actually build the case. So, I think the fact that they're pressing charges is probably a good indication that they have really good evidence to support this.
Oh yeah.
They're not gonna just do this and then have flimsy evidence. They're gonna go hard in this shit. If you're gonna go after someone like this, you have to actually have it.
Or maybe.
Oh, we got Bering in the chat asking if Maxwell will kill herself. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
I don't think she will.
Be hilarious.
I don't think she
if
will.
That happens.
I think she will testify, and she will make a dead end to all the high-profile people that were connected. She won't accuse any of the high-profile people. There'll
Of
be a
course
complete dead end, and they will give her a sentence that she probably won't even have to carry out, and that will dead the investigation because she'll say that these people weren't involved. I think she's,
I don't believe
I think
she's ever
on the
going to go
inside.
to a trial. Something's going to happen. I don't know what exactly will happen, but she's not going to show up to a trial. That's not going to happen.
She'll show up to her trial if she makes it there alive.
I think she's going to be fine. I think she's going to say exactly what everybody wants her to say, and then she'll take the fall. And then they'll make sure she's taken care of the same way Jeffrey Epstein was taken care of in 2004 when he took the fall and then was let go with a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
She'll get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, actually, no. Yeah, she will. She's not going to have a heavy sentence because, if for the very same reason, like you said, that Epstein did in 2004, because we don't you guys know the deal with Maxwell and who she is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, her father is Robert Maxwell, a high-ranking Mossad asset who was murdered, and then she obviously is also involved in that. And then in the late 80s, early 90s, saw this rich pedophile on the rise and and says to herself, "Oh, this is going to be very useful.
He's
in
just my
blackmailing
type.
Powerful, rich celebrities and politicians all around the world. So let's get in with him and get him to do our job for us." And here we are. Oh, sorry. We're not supposed to say that, but yeah. That's,
Obviously, Scott is joking, guys.
Yeah, gotta go.
1997. Maxwell played a critical role in helping Epstein to identify, befriend, and groom minor victims for abuse. In some cases,
Oh yeah, no piling on. All good vibes now. Bearing.
We're here for good vibes and exposing Mossad. Wait, no.
participated in the abuse herself.
A little bit.
Maxwell has previously denied any wrongdoings. The 58-year-old daughter of the late British media proprietor Robert Maxwell has made headlines for her alleged involvement in Epstein's sexual abuse case. Epstein, an accused sex trafficker, died by suicide in his New York City jail cell in August 2019.
Suicide.
died by suicide at the hands of.
Are you positive? You want to check one more time if that was the case? Just one more.
Can we maybe
give it a once over
that or something?
Yeah, I don't know which side I think is the bigger lie. If it was suicide or if he died. I think that he's disappeared and he's going to take the big fall. Maxwell is going to tell anything that's really guilty that needs to be tied up will be put on Epstein. Everybody who's free and in power won't be incriminated, and this will all be federally covered. And she can put everything on Epstein.
It's the deep state, right?
Well, it doesn't have to be the deep state. It has to be the way that law works in this country. They don't give a fuck about.
Dead. It's such an extra hassle to
I think he's
kill
dead
a
too.
fake guy and body double and all that. And also Epstein's he's damaged goods now. He's tainted. So how much use is he even going to be anymore? He's not worth it. They definitely killed him.
Maybe they killed him. Or maybe they were like, look, you're gonna sit the rest of your days out on a fucking island somewhere.
People have been killed over way less shit than that.
Yeah. People have been murdered for minorly inconveniencing the Clintons. So,
but
I think Epstein is a possibility.
If people can be killed that easily, don't you think they could just be move that easily? Hey, you're done. You're retiring.
But
why do they need to move him? Why are they being so good to him? He's done. He's in jail.
Billy just wants to believe in these elaborate plans.
Because they like him.
Why would you give yourself the risk that somebody finds him one day and then realizes, oh shit, he's alive?
In the mafia, even people you'll kill when they're not useful to you anymore, right?
But they get relocated sometimes.
Just let it go.
What is this line of thought you're down? Are you just doing it to argue, or
he does this all the time, and people are like, why do you get so mad? It's that's why with the Michael Jackson thing, I'm like, I'm not even gonna argue. I'm not arguing it.
You guys want to think that Jeffrey Epstein is dead. I think he just got a fucking exit. He chose
Why is that a better explanation than him being dead?
Does it?
Because he doesn't have to die.
Full of shit?
It's easier for him to die.
I guess, yeah. Maybe they just killed him. Maybe they just killed him. Or
they found him dead in jail.
And this is how many times have people faked the death to go relocate somewhere?
Why are they faking the death? I don't give a shit how many times people have faked the death. We're talking about this scenario. How do they benefit faking his death?
He benefits.
How?
He benefits.
Who gives a fuck about him?
He gives a fuck.
No.
He's not in power here.
How do we know he's not in power? How do we know he didn't hire the guards to turn off the camera to disappear?
You're not in power.
Fuck.
I am in power.
No.
Yes. When I disappear in 1 week, it's because I chose to end hero, not because I was murdered.
Look,
guys.
If I was an evil asshole with that kind of money and that kind of risk against me, there is no fucking chance that I would just say, you know what, go live on an island. So that's just not the choice.
What if he was the one that made the choice? What if the cameras turned off and everybody looked the other way because he walked right out?
People that live on islands still have cameras and shit.
How did El Chapo get out? I'm saying Epstein.
I know he brings
El
up shit
Chapo'd-
that's totally irrelevant.
Epstein
to
El
what we're talking
Chapo'd
about.
his way out, bought his way all the way up, and he's out on the island because he made it work, and he paid his way all the way up. The people.
But there wasn't like a fake dead El Chapo body.
Do we need? Did we all look at the body? Did we all?
Are you kidding me?
What?
We need to all look at a body to confirm whether or not someone died.
I hate this devil's advocate bullshit you do. Like I don't think you even believe the shit you're saying. You're
I
just
don't
doing
believe
it to,
any
like,
of
get a
this. But
rise
is it
out of
that
people. You're a fucking
unbelievable
real,
that
like,
he was the
internet
one
troll, and it's
that
dumb.
faked his death? Is it that unbelievable that it's our
a
system
lot more unbelievable than the alternative, and we sort of abide by Occam's razor.
I suppose.
Well, like I said, I'm just saying, if I was in the position where I had to make that choice, there's no fucking way I'm letting him walk out of there alive, knowing that he can throw me under the bus at any time, and has every incentive to do so.
Yeah, it couldn't be, like I said, it couldn't be less worth the risk.
I guess that's if you're looking at the side of
and how many
them
people do you
letting
think
him
are
go
in
as
that
opposed to him
position,
just setting up to walk out. He's got billions of dollars. You're facing criminal charges. They let him go in 2003.
He's got no dollars anymore.
He has no dollars anymore?
No.
Because he's dead
I'm sure
or because
the
they took his
people, like,
money?
The amount of money
He's
that he threatens is way, way greater than the amount of money that he has.
Yes.
The amount of money it would take for him to fake his death and go sit on an island somewhere.
What?
The amount of money
how
it
the
would
fuck
take for
are-
him to
hold
take
on.
a death and go sit
What's
on
he
an
gonna do
island
with the money
somewhere
on
is
this
way less
island?
than the amount of money working against him.
What's he gonna do with the amount of money
Yeah.
on his island?
Yeah. What good is money? Is he alone on this island, or are there other people?
He's probably got a ton of whores out there on the island.
Are there? Okay, so it's a deserted island. Only he lives there.
It's probably.
What good is his money?
It's probably not a deserted island.
Monkey butlers.
It's probably somewhere. It's probably
butlers.
somewhere where nobody sees
What good
him.
is his money?
I mean, that he spent the money to fake his death and get out of here.
This does not make sense at all.
Does American currency work on this island?
But
right, that's what I'm saying. So he lives on an island where it's nothing but him and people who are in on his little secret there. What good is his
it's
fucking
not
money
a
on
little
this
secret.
deserted
People
island?
relocate all the time.
Not when they're supposed to be dead and they're criminals.
Okay. If that's where we draw the line on everything, that's fine.
It's just
That's
too
it.
implausible. Like, I'm
Is
not
it
saying
too
it's
implausible?
impossible.
Is
I'm
it too
saying that it's
implausible?
ridiculously
Why is it too implausible? Why are we willing to entertain some conspiracies but not others? Because one
I'm
has
saying
been
that,
one has been
like,
globally
because you have an
accepted.
entire
This
mob of people
explanation
that-
is usually the right one.
Okay.
Okay. Let's even if it wasn't like the Clintons, like how many other people are in that position where they're in the
So
same boat where
many.
they're like, we need to like get rid of this guy or he's gonna fuck us. So many people. Like,
But
it's
what if
ridiculous. Like,
Even
it
if
only
nobody
takes
had
one
him,
person.
I think it's more likely that no one had him killed and he was just treated the way pedophiles are treated in jail anyway.
You're acting like a dead man can tell no lie, or a dead man can't talk. You're acting like a dead man can't talk. If this guy has all this information, all this information, and he dies, you tell me there's not a kill switch that goes along with him when he dies that releases the information anyways? You telling me that he didn't have a better way to be dealt with than death?
No, there isn't necessarily a kill switch. He may have not even wanted to divulge it. He may have still been loyal to some degree. We don't know.
Maybe. We don't know. But you're saying it's easier to kill him, but not if he has a backup plan. Not if he's been spending 20 years setting up that go button. A dead man can still talk.
The people he's been giving it to have the go button. Like, they have everything. Like, there's too many high-level people at risk that it can't be done.
Okay.
It just seems like too ridiculous to me that like
that seems too ridiculous.
Like the entirety.
We're willing to accept one conspiracy because it's...
What if Epstein was a shapeshifter that could make other people shapeshift? And he killed the guard and made him into him, and then he turned into the guard and left.
Yeah,
and now he's living the life of the prison guard.
I suppose that makes a lot of sense, yeah.
No.
I think Epstein's sitting on an island right now with a goddamn coconut in one hand with a straw in it, a baby with a straw on the back of their neck, sipping adrenochrome in the other, and he's living the life. He's living the life.
I don't think you believe a goddamn thing you're saying. I think you're just saying it to say it.
I don't, but I don't believe it. But I mean, why is that not a reasonable outcome that he could be alive somewhere?
It's not impossible. It's just less reasonable. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, I'd say it's much less reasonable. It's
I don't believe everything just because it's possible.
What I'm saying is, if the public believes one conspiracy, that's probably the lie.
Okay.
Maybe.
I would say the more people that have to be involved in a conspiracy and the more complicated it is, the less likely it is to be true.
Well, yeah, think about it like
that's
this.
why that's why like the moon landing. Like there's too many people that would have had to be involved
and keep their mouth shut
to be pulled off
if he's
as
living on his own fucking island in the middle of the Pacific somewhere. How many people were contractors that had to build like the estate that he's on? How many people are like working there as fucking like sex slaves or whatever? How many people are shipping things to it all the time?
Yeah,
like,
shipping shit to it to keep them alive.
Somebody would know about
too
it.
Many people that would have to be involved. Like, there's no way you can keep a secret like that.
It's a lot of work to keep one person alive that you could just kill and be done with them and not have to worry about
also,
them.
when you have no motivation to keep him alive anymore.
Unless he has the kill switch, and when he dies, it goes live.
That would work on that island would probably have the offer: if you kill him, we'll give you $1 million.
I know so many people that are like, if I die, this releases publicly, and everybody will know. They have so much hidden information on other people, and that's why they're alive.
I bet you know 0 people like that.
Okay,
yeah,
but I have an idea.
It's always anecdotal shit like that.
I would say 0. If I had to wager a number, it'd be 0.
Could you imagine?
I could think of in the like that might be in that case is like Julian Assange, maybe.
Has anybody eaten at Comet Pizza? Has anybody had the pizza at Comet Pizza?
It's so good.
If
it
it's
makes
good,
all the rest worth it.
If it's good, I might believe that guy is 49th most powerful person in Washington, D.C. based on the pizza alone.
Epstein,
if
a
the
U.S.
pizza's that
millionaire
good.
financier, was arrested in July 2019. He had been awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges at the time of his death.
All right. This is crazy. I'm going to show you the news story first, and then we'll watch the full unedited video. This happened in the Detroit area yesterday.
All right, now to our other top story. A short time ago.
I don't know if it's too much of a hassle, but before we just get further into this, I posted in the chat the chart of the St. Elsewhere extended universe.
Oh shit!
The blue is St. Elsewhere.
What?
Literally every one of these shows is connected via St. Elsewhere.
How?
Because and also every single one of these television shows exists in an autistic boy's head.
What?
This is all the Tommy Westphall extended universe, because at the end of St. Elsewhere, it was revealed that the entire show was imagined by an autistic boy watching a snow globe. And then if you take into account all the guest stars and crossovers that went through St. Elsewhere, this is how every single other show takes place in an autistic boy's head.
Wow.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
The Oakland County Sheriff announced charges in the incident where a woman pulled a gun in an Orion Township parking lot.
You see this rather shocking scene unfold on cell phone video with the barrel of the gun pointed straight at the camera. We've just learned that woman and the driver of the car have been charged with felonious assault. Sean Lay following this story, and there's a lot behind the pictures, Sean.
And we're learning a lot at this 5 o'clock hour. The man and wife are husband and wife. Their names, Jillian and Eric Wustenberg, both armed with with guns. Both guns were loaded. Both are from Independence Township. We just spoke to the Oakland County Sheriff. He says, what we're all about to see right here is sad that there's so much tension right now in society.
That's not a sweet girl thing to do.
What you were looking at taking place at 6 last night in this quiet shopping strip in Orion Township outside of a Chipotle on Baldwin Road.
See, these are the people outside of Chipotle. These are the people out front of Chipotle.
Dude, if God didn't want us,
been a Qdoba, never would have happened.
Never.
If God didn't want us to pull guns, He wouldn't have given them to us.
There's just honest, hardworking Hispanics buying their authentic burritos at a Qdoba.
This woman from Independence Township, her image is now everywhere, drawing her weapon and chambered around, pointing her weapon at an African-American mom from Pontiac and her 2 teen daughters. The gun woman's husband, also armed, calling 911.
I feel threatened and I'm leaving this area right now.
The husband of the family from Pontiac facing that gun was driving to the scene. He is a Detroit police officer and he called 911.
My daughter, there's somebody just pulled a gun on me.
The woman with the handgun was briefly detained at the scene but let go. But just moments ago, she and her husband were charged.
I want you to call the police. She's very ignorant.
Now, is this in Portland?
What happened? The mom?
No, it's in Detroit.
Oh, in Detroit, in Michigan, I meant. I thought they said an Oregon Township at the beginning, but
Oregon Township, it could
is
be
there
anywhere.
Oregon? Is there Oregon in Michigan?
Well, Oregon Township. That's a
I don't know.
A township just means a small town.
I was confused.
And daughters angry at the couple, accusing them of bumping.
There's a Oregon. We call it Oregon in Ohio, but it's spelled the same way. Oregon, Ohio. It's a small town.
There's also a Miami in Ohio. It's crazy.
Yeah, Miami. There's a Miami University in Ohio.
One of the daughters. Charges of racism were being yelled. It seems like before pulling the gun, the woman tried to de-escalate the situation.
I care
Why
about
did you say sorry?
and I'm sorry if you
Why
had
did you say sorry?
Was made
If you
someone
bumped
make
into
you
her,
feel
why
like
did you
that.
say?
Then threats were made towards the woman's husband.
Yeah, I said it. You say something, I'll beat your white too.
As the couple tried to back up their van, there are thumps from the back of the van.
I'll beat your
And that's when the woman gets out and pulls her gun.
You gonna shoot me?
Get the away.
Oh!
I guess my plea is please let us all try to be that voice of calm in the storm.
Yeah, see, it's Oakland County too. The county's called Oakland County.
I'm so confused.
So there's a
on what
lot of
happened
places
here.
that share.
Yeah, do we know what
Back here live, what
precipitated
Sheriff
the incident?
Bouchard is talking
Like
about
why it
is
happened?
de-escalating everything, not sweating the small stuff. This all started with a bump coming in and out of Chipotle. Now, both Jillian and Eric Wustenberg are being held in jail right now. Eric Wustenberg is a Veteran Affairs official with Oakland University. Oakland University just sent me this email saying, we have seen the video that we all just saw. We deem his behavior unacceptable. The employee has been notified. His employment has been terminated by the university. Guys, we tried to get in touch with them earlier today. No response. Now they are locked up tonight. Will likely face a judge tomorrow. Back to you.
Wait,
Well,
which
Sean,
one's the
one more
one that's
que- anything
locked up?
here-
The woman that had the gun?
The woman that had the gun is in trouble right now
for pulling the gun.
Yeah, she was trying to de-escalate though.
But okay, so why did she pull it out? That's what I'm.
The woman was beating on the back of her car as she pulled out.
Yeah.
It charges, I guess, for the mother or daughter.
The mother and daughters who are facing that gun. No charges, not now. They are cooperating. They spoke to investigators again today. The sheriff does say, we asked him if threats of violence were being made that we can hear in that video. He said the prosecutors will take a look at that, but right now, no charges. We tried to get in touch with mom. We are told she is terrified at this moment and lying low.
All right, Sean. Kim.
Well, if you are looking.
You know, I feel kind of guilty today. I went to Chipotle, and as I was walking out, there was someone walking in, and I held the door for them. And as I was holding the door for them, like that's not 6 foot distance, right?
Right. I don't hold doors during COVID.
I know. I didn't I didn't know what else to do. Like,
Did you want to see the unedited version?
Yeah, of course. Of
Okay.
course.
All right.
I didn't know what else to do.
Okay.
So you pulled
wants
your
to
gun?
violate a 15-year-old.
No, I'm asking a question. She's a child.
She bumped into me when I
So
was
if she did something wrong, she needs to apologize. If she did
This
something
ignorant
wrong,
woman bumped
If she
into a
didn't
15-year-old.
Correct?
And you're on camera.
Okay.
All right. So this woman is pregnant, by the way. The one that ends up pulling the gun. She's
She appears
pregnant.
to be pregnant.
And they
Or
I guess she
counterpoint, she could just be a fat bitch.
Whoa.
She is pregnant, definitely, but and I guess she bumped into somebody, and that's why this whole thing's happening.
You're feeling threatened.
Okay, we're going.
And they're blocking her from going down the stairs right now.
No, Mom.
I got this.
You're blocking me from getting
No,
in my
girl,
car. No, we
no,
weren't. No, we weren't. No, we weren't. You're ignorant. Go ahead. Call them.
So, okay, wait. She bumped into the African American lady's daughter and then tried to leave, and then they stopped her from leaving. by like blocking her car and hitting it, and then she pulled a gun out to try to get them to leave her the fuck alone.
That's what I believe. We'll watch it and you can decide. But
yeah,
Violate a 15-year-old.
She's ignorant.
Do it, bitch. Do it.
See,
Go ahead. Do it. I want you to do something.
She's very ignorant.
Dumbass bitch. Yeah, I said it. You say something, I'll beat your white ass.
Beat your white ass.
Okay, well that sounded like a threat of violence to me.
Right.
That does sound like violence.
Do something. Do something.
Please.
Who the fuck do you think you guys are?
Who do you think you are?
Your wife think you are.
You calling her name? She did nothing to you.
Yeah,
I didn't. I didn't.
No,
No, you didn't. You're very racist and ignorant.
You're racist because you're calling
No,
her
you
name.
bumped it. She bumped it too.
Why would you bump into
You
her?
cannot just walk
Why
around
would you
calling
bump her?
white people
Why would you bump her?
racist. This is not that
Why
type
would
of
you
world.
bump her?
White people
Why
are
would
racist.
you bump her?
No one's
Why
racist.
would you bump her?
Okay, that's not true. There are definitely racist white people.
Nah, nobody's racist. That's fine. Everybody's
I
cool.
care
Why
about
did you say
you,
sorry?
and I'm sorry if you
Why
had
did you
an
say
incident
sorry?
that has made
If you
someone
bumped
make
into
you
her,
feel
why
like
did you
that.
say sorry?
So she said, I care about you, and I'm sorry if you've had an incident that's where someone's made you feel like that.
Damn.
No one is racist.
If you didn't,
I think she means no one is racist, like no one here is racist.
No
but
one here. Yeah.
Maybe she means that.
Maybe.
I
That's
don't know.
really charitable.
I'm
sorry
like,
if you had
if you're the
something
kind
like
of
that.
person that's not
Well,
going
she
to
said,
apologize to a 15-year-old,
well, she's not denying
then you
race,
might actually
but here's the
believe that.
thing. Here's the thing. If you listen to the context of what she's saying, she acknowledges people have been racist, and maybe someone was racist to her. You know,
But no one is racist here, I think is what you're
I
saying.
think that's what she means.
I mean, I don't really fucking care. Like, she's trying to leave. She's rolling her window up.
All right.
She doesn't owe anybody a
justify
fucking
like any
apology.
of what happens afterward. Yeah.
They did apologize already too, though. They did apologize.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, she's trying to leave at this
Mom,
point, so it should be over. Oh no,
Yep.
never mind. Then she's okay.
So now she's beating her
You know
car.
what? So the lady that stopped the car has already threatened to beat their ass, and at this point is now hitting their car. All right, maybe that's not
get
cool.
on my fucking right now. Get away.
It was presented very differently on the news.
So to be clear, this clip is not actually part of the news story that ran, right? This is separate from that?
Yes, this is the full unedited footage of this happening.
Yeah, I think you're right. The way the news presented this, I had no fucking idea what happened, and it seemed like maybe it was presented to make me think that the white lady was 100% in the wrong here, and I don't think that's necessarily the case here. It's kind of dishonest reporting.
Yeah, white lady would have 1000% have had the moral high ground had the gun not been introduced. The loaded gun is maybe something of an overreaction, but if
She put the round in.
Yeah,
It shows her cock the gun. Right here.
Get the fuck away.
Well, yeah, the cock is very aggressive, and sure, like she's pissed off, and maybe even has a right to be pissed off. But like, if you just hadn't involved the gun, like she'd honestly just completely be in the right.
Let me put it this way: if you're backing up and someone's trying to stop you from leaving, all right, what do? You just sit there? Maybe she should have just sat there. Call the police, right?
Call the cops right now.
She gets out. She pulls a gun out.
She just told her husband to call the cops.
Call them.
Call the cops.
Get the fuck
And now they're going to call the
Call the
cops.
cops.
They're going to call the cops on each other.
She got the gun on me.
Call them now.
With the car. Call them. I'm telling. Get the
Call the cops.
Get the license plate. Get the license plate now. Because you were never about to hit me with the damn car.
Don't you fuck no.
You were about to hit me with a damn car. You got behind her car.
Yeah. See, they're so dishonest, and they pulled the race card immediately too. It's just bullshit. Like, I mean, when you do that, it demeans real racism, in my opinion.
Portrait mode
That's the biggest crime that happened here.
You guys are fucking boomers. Portrait mode is what all the kids watch on their phones now.
I disagree with it.
You're on the wrong side of history.
No, I think they're on the wrong side of history. You see more things with landscape. Landscape's better at the end. You can turn your fucking phone sideways and watch the.
We're all laughing at Quibi right now. We're all laughing at Quibi, but Quibi's going to be the next Netflix.
No, it's not. He's a failure.
Call Richard back up here now.
I got it. Don't you fucking jump behind my car.
No, I ain't jumping behind your car.
Don't you fucking jump. Mom, stop moving.
She's pulling a war ski here.
So, I'm not
Get the
terribly
fuck
thrilled with the way
back.
that the white lady is handling this, but I still think she's more in the right than the other side is at the moment.
She's not the aggressor. She just took it too
Yeah.
far.
Did she kill anybody?
No. No. They're approaching her right now. This is being filmed by the woman's daughter.
She's backing up the whole time, so she's like not trying to like initiate anything.
Do you got all this on video? Yes.
Call the police.
No. Mom, stop walking.
Hello, police. Call the police. Can you come back to the police? Call the police. You about to
They pulled the gun out on her. These white people, they're so racist.
They're
They
so
pulled the gun out.
racist.
Remember both of them. It was a white lady and a white man.
These white people are so racist.
They're white. Just want to let you know they're white. Can I mention they're white? Like,
fucking racist ass white people.
Yeah.
This just reminds me of that fucking meme where somebody's on the bicycle and they stick the like stick in the spokes and fall off, and then they're like, "Fucking racist white people" or whatever. Like, you kind of brought this on yourself here when you started like threatening to like beat the shit out of them and then like hitting their car.
right.
So-
Right. They were the aggressors, and then they called them racist for trying to leave. It's like, oh, a big pregnant lady bumped into you. Like, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, normally you give pregnant, like visibly pregnant ladies, like a little leeway.
Right.
I bump into people all the fucking time.
I mean, you
'cause I'm
should
fat.
probably give them
Right.
a little bit more than
Yeah, you're
a
big.
little.
And like someone who's pregnant's bigger than they're used to be, and they're all bloated and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't seem like what she did had injured anybody or hurt anybody at all. So
It sounded like she was just kind of a dick to someone and just like maybe bumped him and didn't apologize right away or something.
Should
That's
she-
what it sounds
But
like. Yeah.
Should she have
that's
pulled
not
the
an
gun out?
excuse to like escalate into any of this
man,
shit.
I don't-
So
I
you should have
wouldn't-
just let her leave.
You should have let her leave. Yeah. Should have let her
Fucking
leave.
Move on with your life. You're like, you should probably like you should get an
They were
apology.
looking
but
I would
you're
say no,
technically
she
not
shouldn't
owed-
have, because now she's in jail.
They were
for
looking
one
for a
thing.
Karen moment right here. And they weren't getting it. And then they got a fucking NRA card carrying Charlton Heston moment.
Her husband
been-
had
yeah,
a gun too.
There's been a
he had
couple
it.
like there's been a couple like black people with cell phones like really hitting the jackpot lately. This one, and then like the woman with the dog in Central Park.
Yeah.
Like it could have very much gone the other way. Like, you know, they pull out the cell phone and then just the white person doesn't do anything, but instead the white person, oh man, just plays right into it.
Yeah, I wonder how many white people videos there are out there where they're like, oh yeah, sorry. Okay, fuck.
End of video. Delete.
End of video, yeah.
Yeah. Like, this does feel like it could have just been solved with a simple fucking sorry and then just move on with your life, but
yeah.
But she tried to
Still,
like
this shouldn't have
apologize,
happened.
didn't she? They were like,
yeah,
you need
she tried
you
to
need
do one
apologize.
of those weaselly apologies.
She
like,
did apologize.
I'm sorry
She said,
you
"I'm
feel
sorry."
this way, not I'm sorry.
No,
for
no,
what
no,
I
no,
did.
no. She said, "I'm not being racist, and I apologize if anyone's ever done that to you and made you feel that way. I'm sorry." I mean, like, I don't know if that's a It's not.
No,
I'm
that's a weasel
It's not an
apology.
I'm
That's not
sorry
a
for
real-
what she did. It's
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah,
sorry if
yeah.
someone else
But
did
she
something that
doesn't
made you feel that
think
way.
she
Yeah,
doesn't
it
think
was
she
a
did
weaselly
anything.
apology, but
She's like, would she bump into a 15-year-old girl? A pregnant woman bumps into a 15-year-old girl. Okay.
Oops.
News
sorry.
at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. It should have just not even been a thing. Just fucking move on with your life, and
yeah.
You're not owed an apology, even though somebody
Rail
should.
the
If you're a
Great
good
says-
person, you probably should apologize, but you're not owed one. for
Rail the
that,
Great
so.
says the only problem was the gun. What do you do? What do you do if someone's blocking your car from leaving? What the fuck do you do?
I can't even fault her for the gun though, because like again, she did threaten to beat her ass, and then they start attacking her car. Like, you don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
I
So-
mean, the thing is, you know you have the gun, so you don't need to make the first move with the gun.
Yeah,
like,
but
if
you don't
they-
know what they're gonna do, or if they're concealing a weapon or something either.
Sure, you don't know that, but like, I don't know. I guess you just sort of hope that you're not going to get shot for something that
The
innocuous.
car got attacked, right? It got smacked.
Yes.
So at that point, you're like, "Fuck! You got to get out. You gotta do something." And she's
At least
obviously like they're not physically afraid of her, right?
Well, she didn't like try to even do anything physical to her. She just like pulled it out to get them to move away from the car, and then got back in it and left. So I don't think maybe it was like cocking it right in front of her and pointing it. It was like a little bit over. Maybe that wasn't necessary, but
Rail
I
the
think
Great
overall,
said.
like that's
the Great
about
said.
as much as you could do. Like, you know, you're not trying to like hit them with the gun or anything. So
Rail the Great says, "What good was her husband?" Well, I mean, he probably was the one that impregnated her. I think that gets some points, right?
He's got something going.
He's
for
got
him.
something going.
Now, Billy, as a pregnant white woman, how do you feel about this?
Well, I think from the jump, like when I bump into 15-year-old girls, it's not because I'm racist, it's because I'm a pervert.
Exactly. So it's different. It's an entirely different
See,
situation.
okay, that's the kind of like Shane Dawson joke that like will get you canceled in 10 years.
Good.
Because the other day you're like, I don't remember making jokes like that.
Bring it on, 2030.
I'm not gonna cop to like obviously that joke was very obvious. There's no 12-year-old girl being cornered in my fucking living room where I'm looking around to make sure her mom's not around when I ask her a sexual question.
Yeah, with you,
that's
the
a
girl
little
would
weird.
never be that old.
Yeah.
You know what? The somebody in the
Just
live
saying.
or the patron chat said like, yeah, she was freaking out because she was pregnant. That probably had a lot to do with it. Like maybe being a little bit more hormonal, like you might be more inclined to be more defensive like that. I could totally understand why that'd be the case.
When I'm on a microphone on a live stream, it's akin to being like on a microphone on a stage, you know. And like Dave Chappelle, a lot of comedians will make jokes like this to a certain level, and they get away with it because like there's an idea that it's comedy, you know. I hope you guys get that idea that when I say stuff like that, it's comedy, and I'm not drawing it out weird in front of little kids. I hope you guys get that. Hope you guys.
What if there are
understand.
kids watching right now?
Watch. Stay the fuck out of my inbox.
So in Albuquerque, some Jeffrey Epstein statue just appeared outside of City Hall.
What?
Yeah. I'll play the story here.
Are you sure it's not
and convicted
You'll
Anthony
hear
Bourdain?
You'll hear
Are we
what
sure
it
it's
is.
not
sex
Anthony
offender
Bourdain?
Jeffrey Epstein popped up outside City Hall overnight. And although it wasn't there long, pictures online have sparked a lot of
It
questions.
doesn't look like him.
News 13's Rebecca Atkins got in
nothing like
touch with the group who put it there. She's live from home. Rebecca?
Yeah, we received multiple emails early this morning with pictures of that statue. It was put right outside City Hall, and here's why the group behind it says they put it there.
We think we need an Epstein statue in every school because otherwise how are students going to learn that he even existed? You know, those who don't remember history are doomed to repeat it. And so if we don't have statues of Epstein up, how can we prevent predatory behavior?
So it's anonymous or someone.
How do we know that that's even the group that actually put it there and they're not just spinning a bullshit story?
It could be.
Here's a picture sent to us taken this morning of the Jeffrey Epstein
It looks like a
statue
mannequin.
outside Albuquerque
It's just
City Hall.
it's
The
a
man used
mannequin
just
spray
It
painted.
doesn't look like Jeffrey Epstein.
No.
Like, I assume they wrote, like, Jeffrey Epstein on a little plaque on the bottom or something. Because
Right.
unless that's the case, how do you even know who that is?
From is with the Anthleon Entertainment
pretty
Art
good
Collective
statue, though,
who
like-
created
Wait.
the statue, and he asked that we
Wait, I do know that this is a Jeffrey Epstein statue. You know
Go
how you
on.
can tell? The statue
Do you
didn't.
remember seeing him at some of his parties from like 10 years
Okay,
ago?
just step over the jokes, you fucking asshole. Oh,
Damn. Damn, man.
you know I can tell this is a Jeffrey Epstein statue?
How?
Because the statue didn't kill himself.
Yeah, there it is.
alter his voice. Now, the group says although people like Epstein are known for doing horrible things and committing crimes, a statue is just a statue, they said. It was also a political statement against all the statues and monuments that have been torn down all over the country recently. Epstein was accused of sexually assaulting dozens of young women and girls over many.
That's an interesting, like, bi-pronged message they're sending. Like, first, we have to remember bad people like this, so things like this never happen again. Also, we'd like to keep up the statues of Robert E. Lee.
Yeah. It sounds like a commentary on them pulling down Robert E. Lee statues, right?
You know what we should do? We should take all the statues that people want to tear down and just make like a national museum of just like shitty people that we fucking hate and just put all the statues in there.
I think that's called the Creationism Museum.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, that was a dumb idea.
Check this out. WWE star Kane, known for mask, votes against mask mandate.
I got a fucking story about this, friend, but go on.
No.
I think I posted this in the DP Discord.
Wait, is that Kane? Why is he,
it's got to be
Why is he
Kane.
wearing a suit?
Why is he wearing a suit?
Glenn Jacobs rose to fame as WWE star Kane, the horrifying brother of The Undertaker who wore a mask for much of his career. Now, as the mayor of Knox County in Tennessee, Jacobs doesn't seem as keen on
Do you
masks.
remember in 1998 where The Undertaker threw Mankind off a Hell in a Cell through the Spanish announce table?
That was just this week, wasn't it? Like, this was the anniversary?
The last week, yeah.
Yes, it
End of
was.
June.
It was the, oh my God, the 22nd anniversary. I'm so fucking old.
Dude, your fucking knowledge of, like, filmography and shit is just fascinating to me. I can't imagine how it is that you do that.
Little thing we like to call autism.
It's Scottism.
Comes in handy. Scottism.
Yeah.
It's like autism, but more charming.
Jacobs, 53, was the only member of the Knox County Board of Health to vote against the mask mandate.
He's actually younger than I thought he was. I thought he was
the
more
only
like...
person to vote.
Yeah.
The only one who voted against it is the person whose career was literally wearing a fucking mask.
He took it off for a little while,
Yeah.
okay?
Look,
Yeah, come on.
once I took that
Be
mask
fair.
off, I never wanted to put it back on.
And then he put a wig on because he had really long hair at first. And then eventually he cut his hair short, but then when he would do like the Demon Kane, he would wear this really bad looking wet mask or wig. So
Wig attached to the mask.
yeah.
The board, which voted 7-1, features Jacobs, 6 medical professionals, and a representative for Knox County Schools. So the 6 medical professionals and the representative for the schools were like, Mayor of Knox County. No. The mandate takes effect Friday and will last until the board rescinds it, per the report, which says new coronavirus cases and hospitalizations have increased in recent days. One of the Board of Health members who has spent 15 years at the University of Tennessee Medical Center working as a pulmonary and critical care physician says the mask mandate can help limit hospitalizations. Masks impact transmissions, so in 3 weeks cases have not spiked. So in 6 weeks, hospitalizations have not been affected, Dr. James Semier told the paper. There's a natural lag in any conversation that you have around COVID. Jacobs first appeared as Kane in WWE, then known as WWF, on October 5th, 1997. He still occasionally performs for the company.
It's gotta be Kane.
He's gotta puke. He's gotta puke.
Kane?
Okay,
All right, what's your story?
My story is as follows. I am in a wrestling group chat, and someone posted this very article. And I think we can all, at face value, see the fairly obvious, like, humorous irony in this. Like, Kane, a famously masked wrestler, is the sole dissenting vote against wearing masks to protect people's health. It's surface level funny, yes? So some fucking idiot in this group chat says him wearing a mask in WWE doesn't mean anything because he could have hated wearing it, but if he wanted to keep his WWE career going, he had no choice, especially in WWE, because they could have easily used someone else and gave them the Kane name along with the mask. And then someone points out, it's kind of about the irony, dude. But one isn't by choice under contract, and the other is something that's just recommended, but you can't force someone. Not like you can just flat out say no to Vince.
No.
This is a bad joke. Fuck you. I was so mad.
That sounds ridiculous.
I lost my fucking mind. Blood was coming out of my ears. It was a whole thing.
But Scott, one of the opportunities here is that he could possibly lose his job if he did not wear the mask. Here, if you do not wear the mask, all you will lose is your life and the life of others around you. Don't you understand? Don't you understand?
I literally, I hate that I responded. Like, it wasn't worth it, but I had to because I don't know. I was in a mood or something, but it just, like, hit the right nerve with me. But, like, no matter what I did, I could not get him to understand the irony of a guy who wore a mask voting against masks.
Was it a
And
worker?
And I even specified, like, I didn't leave anything to chance. I was like, I know they're different kinds of masks. One was not medical. I know that, but it's just funny. And he's like, nope, don't like it.
Was it a worker or a fan that made the comment?
Fan.
A fan? Damn it. You can't even stiff him.
Yeah. I know.
I know our audience is pretty smart, but like, we'll say this anyway. Wear a fucking mask, all right? It's not for your benefit, it's for the benefit of everyone around you. If you don't
that
wear
would
the
only
mask,
well
that
be
makes...
good if it wasn't infringing on my freedoms.
Yeah, if you don't wear a mask in public, you're an asshole. So wear the fucking mask. Show that you actually give a shit about the lives of people around you, please.
This is something so simple that even if you don't believe in, like, give it a try. Yeah. All these Christian religious folks seem to be against the mask, right? And it's like their argument for Christianity is like, well, what like I'm like, what if there is no God? They're like, but what if there is? What if there is a God? You want to go to hell? But now they're like, well, what if there is a coronavirus that you don't believe in? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. So all of this is you,
when you get intubated for like 2 weeks.
This is you putting a mask over your face.
Every dumb fucking thing that shouldn't be politicized is politicized. Just somehow wearing a mask to prevent the spread of a fucking disease is a left-wing idea, and if you're right-wing, it's bad.
Dude, this country is a fucking clown world.
I hate your country. Your country's the worst.
It is.
I'm in it,
I'm
so
sorry.
it's actually really good because I'm in it.
I want to shout out at least
really
my
chill.
state. I live in Pennsylvania, and literally just like yesterday, they mandated wearing masks in public here. So go Pennsylvania, also for being like one of the fucking top 3 states in the entire country that are like doing well with preventing the spread of coronavirus.
Yeah, you're pretty good actually. Yeah.
What part of Pennsylvania are you in? Are you in
kind of PA guy are
Pennsylvania?
you?
Are you in Pennsylvania or are you in like Pencil proper?
I live like halfway between New York City and Philadelphia, so I'm
Okay, yeah,
all the
you're
way
a pencil pusher.
Got him.
That's a good
I'm
pencil.
I'm in like one of the most dangerous areas because like a lot of people who live here commute to New York City every day
Between New
to
York
fucking
and Philly.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're commuting, and like of course like New York is like one of the worst fucking places as far as coronavirus is because of the
just based on
the
density.
So eventually it is gonna fucking come here, but the fact that like wearing masks is now a state mandated thing is actually gonna help, I think.
Honestly,
at least I hope so.
They're telling us right now to wear masks. That's why wouldn't you wear a fucking mask?
I wear one every time, unless I'm like walking in the park and there's no one around.
Yeah,
I'll wear a mask. Like if I have to be close enough to anybody.
But it's really,
I guess,
cool.
except for you.
It's really cool
Look at
to
this.
wear
This
masks.
fucking mask is awesome. Like I got a 3D printed one that like I can wear and it doesn't fog up my glasses or anything. It's just.
Is it green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is green.
It must be
Like,
green.
That's why you're like having a hard time seeing it.
Yeah.
I was like, is it from the future?
Are you Rorschach?
No, but like you can replace the filter on it. It cost me like $20 to get like a 3D printed mask that doesn't fog my glasses and is not uncomfortable to wear. So it's not really a difficult thing. There are tons of different kinds of masks. You can find one that you like and can live with.
There's so much green in Scott's shot that if I chroma keyed him, it would be a disaster.
It's just cool to wear a mask. Like you get to cover your face from all this facial recognition.
You're Bane. Who doesn't want to be Bane? You get to do the voice.
Yes.
I've gotten a lot of compliments on that mask too. Like a lot of people here have just been wearing like cloth ones, and they didn't even think like, oh shit, we could get something like that. That'd be way cooler.
You chose to wear the mask. I was born in it. Like, that's my good
Not sure
Bane
that's the
impression.
line, but okay.
That's my Bane impression. Yeah, no, that's really good. It's a really good Bane impression.
I like how Bane is weird Sean Connery, basically.
Little bit. Like James Bond almost.
Suck it, Trebek. Dude, I want to see Bane on like Celebrity Jeopardy. That would be the best.
Let's see what. Have we chroma key him? Because he has a green wall behind him.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're the one that I want. Ooh, 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 yeah. Like the one thing I can see about people wearing masks is that maybe it dehumanizes us to each other, and that's going to make it a lot easier to make the choice during the Civil War, since the Civil War won't be North versus South. but it will be, you know, a QAnon.
It's sort of North versus South.
It's woke.
Yeah, it still kind of is.
Yeah, it's
not everyone that lived in the South was
I guess
necessarily
it's coasts
on
versus middle and bottom.
It's
Yeah,
like people
there
who
was
are
some
getting
crossover.
fucked by the system versus people who benefit from the system.
I've got some more interesting stuff.
Spoilers, though, more people get fucked by it than are benefiting from it. So
That is true.
The side that has 90% of the population on its side is the one I'm betting to win.
Yeah, but I like that the ones that are some of the ones that are getting fucked by the system the worst will actually vote against their better interests because of what party they're aligned with.
Well, it's because their fucking education system is designed to fuck them.
Exactly.
Yeah. They've been failed.
Oh man, check this out. This is a new favorite person that we watch on the show. A lot of people like him.
On the hog end, you should be your boy camera show your cell phone.
Yes, I love this guy.
Tommy Sotomayor. Says this is mugshot right here. Tommy Sotomayor. This is mugshot. Tommy Sotomayor.
Hold on, what is it?
Says it's Tommy Sotomayor mugshot.
Who is it?
One more time.
Now, Ben, I don't know if you're familiar with this guy. It's Tommy Sotomayor.
But what is it?
Well, I guess he's like a political commentator.
Okay.
Yeah, DP is definitely not familiar with Tommy Sotomayor at all.
So I'm holding my other hand the cell phone. So it's probably Tommy Sawyer.
Tommy Sawyer? Tom Sawyer?
Tom Sawyer?
Can we send this guy
gonna put him in
$10
a
to make a
police
video
costume?
saying Glenderson Booper over and over again?
Hey, this is Glenderson Booper. Huh?
Was he arrested for shirking his fence painting duties? It's a Tom Sawyer joke.
That's Hooker
The guy
Tom.
in his phone is Crispy Baldy.
See
That's
this?
the one.
Tommy Sotomayor.
One more time.
So it's Tommy Sotomayor mugshot.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I can't even drink now because I'm just going to go all over my monitor.
Whose mugshot is this?
Maybe he'll say.
Whose mugshot is this?
Don't leave me hanging, man. Who is it?
I'm sorry, I want to do a fat video showing the mugshot is Tommy Sotomayor.
Oh.
I understood
Okay.
exactly 2 words of that. And they were Tom Sotomayor.
Here's what I like. I might even adopt this in the future. I like how every full sentence is somehow spoken as one long word.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
This guy lives life by Pokemon rules.
He doesn't do spaces when he types.
Yeah.
It's
Does he have a pet
impressive to do
bird?
that when you speak.
It is.
I don't think I could do that on purpose if I tried.
I couldn't if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Couldn't have I wanted to Tommy
So it's Tommy
Sotomayor.
Sotomayor. It's Tommy Sotomayor mugshot.
Oh, it is.
Look at this shit. Look at this bullshit.
I'm looking.
Look
Why
at
is
this
the top
bullshit.
of
Tommy
his head
Sotomayor
missing?
mugshot.
Is his head just like
Oh,
flat
that's
on
the
the
shape
top?
of his head. Yeah, it's a birth defect.
Fuck. That
I'm
might
gonna say bye,
explain
y'all.
a
You
lot.
sure guys want to do this video and pass on Tommy Sotomayor mugshot?
Oh.
I'm gonna say bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Well, wait, hold on.
He's blowing
what? That was the
kisses.
whole thing?
Did you see that?
Whose mugshot was that?
He was blowing kisses at the end. Hold on, hold on.
Bye.
How is that the end? What did we learn?
Steer.
Why did we make this video in the first place?
I love him. I love him.
Like there's kisses at the end.
He's so sweet. Hold on.
He's a super genius. Sweet. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Can you blow me a kiss? Oh.
So it's Tommy Sotomayor's mugshot. Look at
You
it.
don't miss it.
I forgot whose mugshot it was because of the barrage of kisses.
That was like a Tim and Eric level of kisses.
When is this guy going up for the fucking Cringerweight championship? I need to see
No,
this.
he is. He's.
Oh, are you afraid?
He's a genius. This isn't cringy
Are
at
you
all.
afraid?
This is what the public responds to. Like if you break down
You know
all
what?
of this, He's a fucking genius.
I hate to inform you.
Down all of this. It was 2 words.
We already had it
was
planned
Tommy
for you to go up
Sotomayor.
against this
That's
guy.
It. That was the only 2 words.
And he has a surprise manager. Hooker Tom.
Yawn. Yawn.
This is bullshit. Tommy Sotomayor mugshot is bullshit. This is really bullshit. This is really bullshit. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I lied. There were 3 words. Tommy Sotomayor and bye.
Bye-bye.
He's probably my favorite content creator.
Yeah?
I don't know if he's a cringerweight, but he should be involved in actual mania to some degree.
He should be.
He should be in the mix.
He should be in a fucking Hall of Fame on a pedestal. I want to see him versus D. Reezy. D. Reezy's a bitch. Kermit the Frog is a bitch.
D. Reezy's a bitch. D. Reezy's a bitch.
D. Reezy's a bitch.
Watch this shit. I don't. So I understand this as being a police chase and they're trying to spike strip a car. All right. I don't know if this is like on a movie set or something, but check this out.
I think I've seen this.
Yeah.
It goes real interesting as I recall.
Yeah. So they got the spike strip ready.
Nice.
Oh, sick. This is not
Damn. That was some fucking Grand Theft Auto shit.
Motherfucker.
Huh?
Got that. Dude has fucking skills to pay the bills.
What else you gonna do? You gotta go balls to the wall, right? This
That
guy's
ruled. No, the one I saw was a guy hitting a spike strip and the car like careening towards the person filming.
Yeah, this guy obviously has got a fucking boatload of adrenochrome. And
so much adrenochrome.
He's got so much.
He just got
adrenochrome.
back from Epstein's Island.
Yeah, he's on that limitless drug.
He is.
I'm not saying to get into fucking like speed chases with the police or whatever, but if you're gonna do it like this guy and actually be good at it.
We don't even know if he's good at it. He probably just got lucky. This guy could go up against.
Tell a friend. That's how we do. That's how we get down.
Hellbent sent this video to me. Hellbent recommended this video.
Friday's the day to relax, a little R&R, like I always say. Make sure you go camping out in the woods. Make sure you don't see no bears, or don't make sure the bears see you. You know,
make sure you don't see no bears.
You don't see the bear, but don't let the bird turn around and say, "Hey, what's your name?" You know, don't be friends with the bear.
I can't get over the fucking poster on the wall. It's just the best.
I want to know what Corell's workout routine and diet is like.
I bet you eats a lot of chicken.
Yeah,
he's fucking
a lot of
ripped.
chicken.
Like, maybe not like the best singer, but like he's got the fucking, he's got
not
abs
a lot
going
of
on.
body fat on him, you know.
No,
he's probably got
it's
bags.
It's not like just the abs you get from like being malnourished. Like he has a bit of size to him and abs. So like he works out definitely.
He could beat my ass for sure.
Lions and bears and tigers.
Ron Jeremy.
He beat your ass with his funky dance moves.
I don't go out to the woods. Further I go out to the woods, using the restroom.
Like Brazilian dance
anyway, it's a little too further than where I was going to go. And then, sometimes you throw it past the football player. And you throw it in the end zone and nobody's there to catch it. But we're going to catch this one. So it's, let's see, New Order, Blue Monday. Oh, yes, Blue Monday.
Oh,
it's
sick.
Friday.
I know. I love this song.
We're going to pretend it's Monday right now. So let's get it.
We're going to pretend it's Monday right now.
So how does it feel to treat me like you do? Tell me, friend. What's happening?
La 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 la.
La la la. La 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 la.
Okay. Starting off strong.
I just saw someone in the chat say, "How can you dance to this?" What the fuck are you talking about?
This is a dance.
How could you not dance to this?
Yeah. Like, this is a fucking beat.
80s electronic? Hell yeah.
Oh, they're not gonna do that part yet.
surprised he has some fucking moves.
He's going like double time. What?
Yeah. The song is 4/4. He's doing 8/8.
Yeah. Look at his little feet, his little foot shuffles. He's got hand lotion and Vaseline.
He knows where he stands. Hold on, what are the little plastic... Those look like medical sample jars in the bottom right corner there. What are those?
You think he takes
urine
PS
sample.
tests?
Yeah.
Those are urine samples.
Wait, do you think he like glistens himself up before he does these videos just to show off?
Oh, that's what most bodybuilders
He looks
do.
a little bit shiny. I'm just saying.
What you talking about?
Most bodybuilders do that. Those are jars full of sperm samples.
He's about to drop it in a second here.
He does mail away sperm donation.
All right, here it comes.
How does it feel?
You lost me.
Oh, he's a terrible singer.
When you lay your hands upon me.
He's off key really bad.
He always has been.
I was mistaken, and I thought I heard your words. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me now, how do I feel? Those who came before me lived through their vocations.
Not the most egregious singing that he's ever done.
Yeah, he's done much worse.
Oh wait, no more. And I still find it so hard.
I wonder if people suggest these songs to him, because a lot of times he'll talk about the song like he has no fucking clue.
Oh
anything
yeah,
about
I don't
it.
think he's ever heard
Yeah, I was
any of
gonna
these
say, I
songs
don't know
before.
if he's a real New Order kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like
What
he's
I wanna-
obviously a Joy
There's-
Division guy, but
there's
I don't think
old-
he followed them to New Order.
There's old videos of him. He has an old channel from a decade ago where he's strikingly more sane than he is here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's really interesting to me is how, like, most people over time, when they do something over and over, they get better at it. Like, he's obviously, he's good at exercise and he's good at dancing and he's obviously improved a lot at those things. He's been singing for a really long time and
Zero.
he just has not gotten any fucking improvement at all. It almost is worse than when he started. How is that possible to just not learn anything?
It's like I'm begrudgingly respectful of that, actually, to do something so much with absolutely no visible improvement.
Here's a
is
way more
almost
That's a fucking
admirable.
achievement.
Here's a way more normal looking picture of Carell.
What happened to his hair?
This is where he must be way younger here. Or
I
something.
think he went to the military. Isn't that true?
He did go to the military.
He might have had a head injury or PTSD or something. Like something happened
that
to him.
seems like a thing that could have happened.
It could be
'Cause
anything.
He's crazy now. We let's put our cards on the table. He's crazy.
Let's see. Here, let's see. This is his first video he ever put out. Let's see what he's like here.
Let's see if this is
Yo,
better
what's
or
up?
worse.
It's your boy, Mr. Corral, 22 Corral 00 Corral Fitness Model. How y'all doing
He
today?
still has
How
the
am I
picture
doing?
on the
Looking?
wall. I
How am
love
I
it.
looking?
Gotta.
What's up with it? Ah, pow, pow, pow.
Pow
Let's
pow.
get it.
Let's get it.
He could not be more pumped for this if he tried.
Oh, he's gonna sing. I bet his singing is the same.
It's probably the same.
But he had to do the.
I think it might be better.
Let's see. Is he just lip
Oh, yeah, he's
syncing?
lip syncing. Yeah.
Lip sync.
He was
You know what?
smart.
The fact that he's lip syncing is in fact an improvement in my eyes because
It's true.
course.
You're right.
yeah, like at least then he recognizes, you know what,
Of
I'm
course.
not good enough to be singing yet. And somehow he went down from that to I'm
Yeah.
gonna sing like total shit. Like, he could be just great if he just lip synced the whole time. He
kind of sings
like he's good at being jacked and dancing. Do those things.
He kind of sings like the "You Deserve an Oscar" guy, doesn't he?
The "You Deserve an Oscar" guy actually has some sort of bravado in his singing. Like he pushes it out, you know. It's bad, but he really pushes it out.
It's so bad.
This is like shower singing, but on camera.
This tells me that he was more self-aware when he started because he knew that he had to do lip syncing than he is now, where he just sings and doesn't.
You mean he's not as self-aware when he greases the front of his forehead for some reason?
No, surprisingly, he's less
Amazingly
self-aware
not.
now than when he started, which is again impressive because most people go the opposite direction with these things.
Typically, but this is why he is a standout in that regard.
Yes.
Say what I need to say.
As much as I don't want to miss this, I'm gonna go do 1P.
1P?
Yeah, so you guys enjoy him without me, okay?
Do 1 parentheses P.
Try. No promises.
He got it hooked to his shirt.
I love that his singing is
Wow.
it's not
Epic
only
fail.
off key. That's
Cringerweight
a
champion.
Like it's a given that it's off key, but like he's so all over the place. Like he doesn't even acknowledge that like in the song one note, you know, like the following 3 notes get ascendingly higher. He won't do that. He'll go high, low, middle. Like it doesn't matter. Like he is just picking notes out of the air to sing.
Well,
It's true.
Some people just have a better sense of pitch than others. Like
they're
when I
people
was in
tone
college,
deaf.
we did an experiment in physics class where we had to measure how accurate our sense of hearing was to pitch. And like as it turns out, like out of my entire class, like I was like by far the best like person to determine at the accuracy of a pitch of something. Which I was surprised. I didn't know that it ranged that much. Like so other people just have such a hard time.
Some people are just
like,
tone
even
deaf.
hearing it.
Yeah, I think it does range quite a bit.
This one's for all my beautiful women around the world.
This guy has perfect
all my Holly
pitch.
Berrys to Roger B. Hensons and Monique's and Jennifer Hudson's and Whoopi Goldberg's. This one's for y'all. I've been watching you from afar. You really stole my heart. When you stepped out that car, you look like a true star. Say I've been watching you from afar. You really stole my heart. When you stepped out that car, you look like a true star. Girl, you deserve an Oscar. You deserve an Oscar. Red carpet ready, girl. You deserve an Oscar. Girl, you deserve an Oscar. You deserve an Oscar. Red carpet ready, girl. You deserve an Oscar. Girl, you deserve an Oscar. You deserve an Oscar. Red carpet ready, girl. You deserve an Oscar. Girl, you deserve an Oscar. You deserve an Oscar. Red carpet ready, girl. You deserve an Oscar. Moonlight and so much all day. The sweetest apple trees alive for the party. She's looking so naughty. Could let her get away. I had to call a quick play.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it actually sounded better when you were playing it like faster speed.
Oh my God. Hold on.
It wouldn't be the same if I didn't try to get them digits and try to get with it and can't get a minute. You're so special. I find you cracking, girl, your pearls got me sparkle.
Actually, that sounds better.
Yeah. My heart. When you stepped out that car, you look like a true star. See, I've been watching you from afar. You really stole my heart. When you stepped out that car, you look like a true star. Girl, you deserve an Oscar. You deserve an Oscar. Red carpet ready, girl. You deserve an Oscar.
It is better sped up. What the fuck?
It is.
You deserve an Oscar. You deserve an Oscar.
Crack the code. This is how it's meant to be listened to.
It's almost good. It's not quite good, but it's almost there.
If you ran it through auto-tune, it'd be fine.
Yeah, run it through auto-tune.
Sure.
Yeah, we need Hannibal to fix this song. He could do it.
He probably could.
Yeah.
We need to hit this goal, guys. Come on, fucking send in some Streamlabs to the sweet boy.
Send in some fucking Streamlabs.
Please.
Right now.
Please.
I have like half a bottle of this stuff left. If we hit the goal tonight, I will drink this whole fucking thing. It's a
Viking
19% speed. Yeah, no, this shit's great.
Is it red?
Yeah, I've had it before.
It's a honey wine. It's a mead. It's really good, and
they have
it's
it,
really strong. It's a 19% alcohol.
They have it at
mead.
Mock's boarding house because they have like a whole flight of meads there, and they have it there. It's pretty good.
I've seen it there.
Yeah.
I will drink
not to be
rest of the
outdone.
bottle if we get to fuck the goal tonight.
And not to be outdone, if we hit that goal, I will finish this entire hydro flask full of cum. That's my promise to you.
I already feel like I'm 3 sheets to the wind, so like this will fucking kill me if we get to
Is
this
it
point.
freshly squozen?
Now's
What
the
else is
time.
going on?
oh, I'll show you. I'll show you. Right, Billy?
I'll show you. I should turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me.
I think you touched me,
Yeah,
DP.
they're gonna touch me.
Antagonism. Here's a meager penance. Thank you, Ed Butler, for your meager penance.
Whoa!
I hear a big one.
Yeah, why did we hear the...
Because you are the sweetest boy. Also, does Disciples of Neb sound like a good stoner metal song?
It does.
that's fucking
I wonder why that didn't show.
Yeah.
I heard it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah.
It was...
Thank you, though. Clearly a higher class.
That was Mouse Fitzgerald.
And P.T. Ham dropped one, too. They dropped one at the exact same time.
And they cancel each other out?
I don't know.
I'm happy to
Every-
give some
everybody
money
knows
to some
P.T.
sweet
Ham's
boys. And Billy the Fridge.
Thank you. Oh, and Billy
Thank you,
the Fridge.
Daniel.
You're the best, Daniel.
I always feel bad
Rock
taking
on.
money from people who obviously have mental disabilities, but I appreciate.
Nah, that's like the best ones to take it from.
Dude, you fucking take my money, so
Oh,
like,
shit.
That's
fucking
true.
live with it.
That's true.
Oh, shit.
Oh, this
Can
fucking guy.
the door close? It.
No, I'm on team not close. I don't
Yeah.
think it can close.
The money's too strong.
The
Well,
money
we
is
just got
too
over.
strong.
We just got over
Thank you.
80% of our goal just now.
Hell yeah.
We just got over
Damn.
80% of the goal.
And
Look, everybody's like donating. It's
Oh, yeah,
great.
I have to slow
Good
it
job.
down.
guys,
Almost
Choo-choo.
when a woman says
Choo
that
choo.
she
Big Soul
was
said
in
choo
a
choo.
quote-unquote abusive relationship. Now, I gotta clarify something. There's a difference between actually having been in an abusive relationship, actually having been raped or having the shit beat out of you or something along those lines. That does exist, and that's not what I'm going to cover today. I'm going to cover the other one, which is the one that I know about, which is the one that I've experienced.
What?
You know, secondhand through
Did
stories.
he add the Pepe to this, or did somebody else add
He
that?
adds
it.
Why? Figure out
Because at the
whole
beginning he says
logo.
Chatelet Cucarinos.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
fuck.
the
no.
dog part of the chair?
Right?
It looks like the wood of the chair is encroaching up the dog.
Yeah, he's got a 2-legged dog and a 3-legged chair.
By the
so-
way, this guy is definitely Canadian, too.
Oh, yeah. This
No,
is,
not
Yeah.
fair.
This
Yeah,
is on
he
your
is.
turf, Scott.
He is.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Oh,
He must be from
yesterday we
Quebec, 'cause
watched-
That's not actually Canada.
Isn't he from Ottawa, though? Or somewhere?
I think he might be from BC.
Really?
No.
I think he might be. But there was an...
I'm from BC.
Yeah.
but no.
Well, we also watch the Vigilant Christian Mario. He's from Ontario, and he went to Ottawa for these protests, anti-vaxxers and like people saying that the coronavirus is a myth and shit like that. Pretty great.
So what's the problem with that?
And tales of fucking bullshit told by fucking women. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about when they say that they were in an abusive relationship and what this really means.
I call bullshit.
yeah, so
I don't
basi-
think this guy knows anything about women at all.
No, he seems well versed.
I think he's a MGTOW, isn't he?
Yeah, he seems to, he always talks about women. I'd never seen him with one. But all his stories are about how women are like pieces of shit with like single mothers and and they could never get a real man, which is probably why they've dated him.
I mean, as long as you have strong opinions about women, I don't think you need to actually talk to them.
Yeah.
In case you haven't already figured it out, it means that you should get the fuck out of there. So, in my experience, every woman, except for one that I've ever dated, has claimed to have been in either one or several abusive relationships in the past. And these, the degrees of abuse.
I think he's from Alberta, actually.
Alberta.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Come on.
I think so.
Trying to tell me he's a BC
just
boy.
been
Get out.
treated
Close
meanly
enough.
to having been allegedly raped. And I said, wow, you were raped? You know, like, what was that like? And she says, well, you know, it's funny because I didn't even consider it rape at the time. But then a few weeks later, when I was talking to my friends about how I didn't really like the guy, and, you know, they convinced me that because I was drunk, even though he was drunk, that technically it was rape. So I got raped, and that's why I'm fucked up. I am not kidding. I have heard this before. I've heard the rape excuse.
I don't agree with retroactive rape at all.
Well, I do think that sometimes girls don't realize that they were being put into a situation that they wasn't right, because they
I think
just
sometimes
don't.
girls don't realize they want to have sex with me, but
but
All right.
I think
I do want to.
Yeah.
I want to say something. My friend has this theory that if you take like 20 random people and put them in a room together and just leave them there for an hour, naturally over time, the two most fucked up people in that room emotionally, like, will just naturally seek each other out, and like they will be the ones that end up talking to each other. I think the fact that like every single person that he's dated is really fucked up is probably an indication that
maybe
he
that says
himself is
something
very
about
fucked up.
him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's 100% it. Because I think fucked up seeks out fucked up, and like,
It's
that's
true.
why
Sure.
that's happening.
Twice, and it was the same shit. And other than that,
I'm a
I've heard-
feminist, and women
No, you're not.
and women can revoke consent the morning after via text.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, they can.
So can I.
They shouldn't, but that's the world we live in.
Thing that I didn't want to hear because I didn't fucking ask for it. So that's the point I was getting to. When a woman says that she was in an abusive relationship, it means that she's full of shit and that she was in a relationship, period. If she says she was in multiple abusive relationships, it means that she is full of shit and she was in multiple relationships, period. You can guarantee that no matter how nice you are or how mean, but you know, usually if you don't know any better, you're gonna think, oh well, this poor girl, I believe her. You know, how can I not repeat the mistakes that have been done to her before? And even if you go along this path of,
You know, every time I watch...
Wait, pause.
Okay.
He just said that like before, a lot of the women that he's been with have said that like they've been raped and shit, and then follows it up with, how do I not repeat the mistakes that the people they've been with before?
What am I
Don't
just gonna
fucking
not
rape
rape
women? Like, how hard is that?
Right. I always get bored watching this guy, and then I end up wondering whether or not the door can close.
Yeah, no, I still am on team. It can't close.
Can the door
I
close?
put a diagram of this and put it in DP a while ago, so I think the couch is back too far.
Yeah. Scott, what do you think? Can the door close?
Well, I haven't. I've only seen this video.
Just based
and
on where the
I've-
couch is and where the door is, and the door is open right now, and we
Yeah.
can see the door handle.
It's tough to tell depth and if that couch is in the way. If I had to, gun to my head, if I had to pick a side, I'm going door can't close.
Yeah, because here's part of it too, because if it could close,
he'd close it.
Right. And he wouldn't hang stuff on it that would prevent it from closing.
Yeah,
And-
okay, yeah, excellent point. There's stuff hung on both sides of that door. That is a door. that
I
doesn't
want to
close.
cite this. That couch is almost the entire width of that room.
That couch shouldn't be in that room.
Which means if the couch is almost the whole width of the room, that is a fucking tiny ass room. There is no way
That is a
it
jail cell of a room.
It is not much longer than it is wide, so there is no way it has enough depth to it where the couch is not in front of that door.
Also, that's his bed, right?
Oh yeah,
I would say yes.
For sure.
Oh, he definitely sleeps on that couch.
Yeah, I've seen a few videos where they're in their living room too. It's horrifying. Like, I think it's a bunch of bros that there's all sorts of videos that he makes. Like, he makes skateboarding videos and like him out in the woods with his buddies, that kind of stuff. He's something else.
Fucking chumphood. When all is said and done, at the end of the day, in the next relationship, you know, like when you guys are all done and you realize that she's just a dumb bitch, she's going to talk about you.
Oh, videos of him chopping down trees. I think he removes trees for a
that's
living.
pretty cool.
I'm way too emotionally invested in this fucking door thing in this room. I just don't believe it can close. What's the thing that's like on the corner there? There's like the little brown thing. Is it like some kind of stuffed,
It's a stuffed animal.
It's like a
hippo?
Stuffed animal.
Yeah, what kind of animal is it? Like it's just
It's a
I can't tell.
manatee.
It looks like it has a face, but
It's definitely a manatee.
We're in Canada, so it could be a moose.
Could be a moose. It's a fat moose if it's a moose. It's a hippo if it's not. It's a manatee if I have my way.
See, like it looks like on the right
brown
it has like a
manatees.
hand with fingers on it, and it looks like there are eyes on the top of the head here.
Can
but
we
I can't quite
enhance-
make out.
Computer, enhance.
Yeah, can
Computer
we see
enhance.
inside this shit?
I think the door closes. Okay, I've always said the door
Is
closes.
it because other people said it can't close and you need to be contrary for some weird reason?
Probably.
Chat suggesting it's a beaver. Maybe I
It could
see
be a
that.
Could be a
beaver.
beaver. It's beaver colors.
It has a rhino nose though, or not a rhino, a hippo nose.
It does have a hippo-esque nose.
It's got a hippo
which
nose.
is why it could be a moose, because they're in this, they're in the hoofed mammal category.
I don't think it's a moose though, because it looks like it has a hand like here on the side.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I'll be honest.
I don't know. This is weird.
What
But
if
I
it's
think
a
this is,
turtle?
like, trying to debate what this fucking stuffed animal is like way more interesting than anything he has to say.
I think it's interesting that this guy gives anybody women advice. Like imagine being this guy, and then imagine being the guy that takes woman advice from this guy.
Yeah, that's worse than this guy.
Yeah.
That's another step below this guy.
Yeah. I guess I'd rather take advice from Roosh V about women than this guy. I feel like at least that would make me a successful rapist and not a whiny, fucking self-defeating rapist.
I'd rather take advice from Rush L.
Well, he's actually gone out in public and talked to women, which I imagine is more than this guy has done.
Going out in public and talking to women is not impressive. It can also be predatory in itself.
No, I'm not
pickup
saying
artists,
it's like impressive. I'm saying it's still like a step up from where this dude is.
what Roosh V does is give confidence to guys that don't deserve it, and they become little tiny fucking psychos.
Right. No, I understand. I'm not saying like he's totally like a dickbag and I don't fucking like him at all. I'm just saying the fact that he actually does things and like talks to people is still more than I believe than this dude is capable of. I don't know why that is. That's just the feeling I get from it.
I feel like this guy goes to the bar and picks up the women that like have to leave early because their babysitters don't stay late, and then he complains when like they're drunk pieces of shit with kids. I don't know. His target demographic of women, it can't be that great. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's a fucking Lothario.
I'm not sure he is.
He does skateboards and stuff.
I mean, skateboards are pretty cool.
Chicks dig skateboards, says the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh man, this meat is kicking my ass. Come on, chat, kill me. Get the goal.
It's almost. We'll get it. I have a lot of confidence in our peoples.
Could you
We've got
imagine?
some good people.
Could you imagine what would happen if this guy stole your girlfriend? Oh God! Oh God! Don't
I
do
don't
it.
think I have an imagination that great.
As if you were abusive as well. So that's a fucking trap. Like, no matter how much you give these people, they always want more and more and more. But that's kind of secondary. The primary reason, which you should stay away from these crazy bitches, is that they tell you straight off the bat that they are in an abusive relationship, and it just means that they're not going to commit. to anything, and it means that they don't try, and it means that they think that that's their ultimate excuse for everything. And they start off sentences with the fact that they were in an abusive relationship, or they're going to say, "Oh, you're so lucky that you're happy. I can't be happy because I was in an abusive relationship."
Maybe it means it's harder for them to trust people because they've been fucked before.
I like his tell here. He's like, they've been in abusive relationships. That means they can't commit. He wants to find a woman that will commit to him. What, you take them home to the fucking sex couch and they don't commit?
Hey, you leave sex couch out of this.
I would rather change the world than change myself. I don't want to get rid of my sex couch. I'm a man.
Sex couch is in an abusive relationship with that door because it won't let it close.
No, I think sex couch is the crime scene for what he does, that stuff fucking hippo beaver on the couch.
I do not need that image in my head, Billy.
It's true. The first type below neb. Okay, people, the collection plate's out. Pay your tithes to the
Okay,
Church
people,
of DP.
the collection plate's out. Pay your tithes to the Church of DP.
It had to be said twice.
Yep.
Had to be said twice. Thank you very much, type below neb. Wanker scab lotion on the coffee table. Man. How great would it... We should do a DP
there is some
dating
kind of
game.
ointment there, isn't there? Like, right next to the remote.
Medical ointment.
Why would you leave that on the table when you're recording a video?
Because you're wildly unself-aware.
Can we get like Casey Tron on for an episode and we do a DP dating game where we produce this guy and King Cobra and a few other desirable suitors and see who she picks?
Wait, maybe this should be like an actual Mania thing where we just take like all the fucking cringy dudes and just like have them compete for Casey Tron's heart.
I just need her to pick
tournament
one.
style. That'd be great.
I feel like she'd know who was the most desirable of the group.
It's like I was in an abusive relationship. Oh, I wish I could go outside.
All right, he just keeps saying the same shit over and over and over.
Yeah, every video. And then we say the same
Court of
shit.
the Ordinance representing Stand United. I did not come here to speak, but after hearing what Karen here behind me said, I needed to speak up.
Karen.
She's upset because her officer husband is being cussed at and supposedly followed and spit on, but I just want to point out that people who are black have had to endure all of that and brutality at the hands of the people who are supposed to protect them for over 400 years, which is why we are here to protest in the first place. So I am sorry that in the last 10 days you have felt just a little bit uncomfy, but I hope that you can understand that you've now had a fraction of a taste of it. And if you've got any empathy in that little blue heart of yours, then I suggest that you start looking at this from the other side, the morally, legally, and ethically correct side. It is not a blue life, it is a fucking blue shirt. Another Karen
fucking fire.
Another Karen earlier said if someone broke the law, then they should be arrested. Okay, so then let's arrest the police who said screw everything that they learned in their supposed max of 6 months of training, and let's arrest the police who turn off their cameras. Let's arrest the police who use violence against people on the opposing side just to prove an invalid made-up point. If someone broke the law, they should be arrested. So let's arrest them.
I have not heard an incorrect thing yet.
Well, I do think it's a little weird that the cops complaining about getting spit on. And she's like, look, people have been getting spit on for 400 years. You could deal with 10 days of getting spit on. It's kind of weird.
No, like, I don't think so. Because, like, people have been dealing with a lot worse than that. Like, how much fucking police brutality do you think just goes totally unreported because there's just no way to fucking prove it?
A lot.
Yeah.
We
so,
get it.
Like, I think she's a
fuck
totally valid
unreported.
point. Like, you can fucking deal with being hated for fucking 10 days.
We have video evidence of police brutality that goes pushed under the rug, like constantly for years.
So far, I'm totally on her side for this. Like, I want to hear what she has to say.
Cuck.
Someone here said that we are not against you. We just want you to do what you swore to do, which is protect and serve. So why are we protecting ourselves against you? If you are more concerned about protecting property rather than law-abiding citizens, then you are the problem. We show up in t-shirts and holding signs, but the officers and military are showing up locked and loaded.
If you're more interested in protecting property than humans,
I think she's starting to derail slightly.
No,
like,
she's not derailing.
It has to be an either or.
Like, what she's saying would be ideal if, like, humanity fucking mattered. But like, property is really what matters, because the 1% that own all the fucking property, like if we really just wanted to take it from them, what's stopping us? There's 99% of us. There's so many that could take that fucking property. Proper landlords are who fucking run this shit. Landowners.
I want to hear more from her. I think maybe she can still bring it back.
There's a reason cops protect property, because property belongs to the rich. They don't give a fuck about poor people.
With bulletproof shields to protect them against what? Paper cuts? After a probable maximum of 6 months of training, you can't handle someone yelling facts in your face?
The fucking
At
countdown.
this point, the opposers know what the right decision is. Karen, you were not at the protest. We were. We saw what happened with our own eyes. You watched the news. That is the difference. We are speaking on experience, and you are speaking out of willful ignorance. But enough about her. I am really here to tell all of you to vote yes, because the wall behind you says, let honor, truth, and justice rule within these walls. And I hope that you abide by that. Thank you.
So is she talking to an actual person named Karen, or is she just using Karen as a
general
slur?
Karen.
Yeah, I want to know that.
I hope it's the slur.
Yeah,
I always assume that if you're named Karen, like, again, this is another theory that my friend has. And whatever your name is, you are your namesake. So, like, my name is Frank, and I am very blunt and to the point. So, like, I feel like that's true. Like, every person I've met, if you have a name that, like, means something other than just being a name, you probably are whatever your namesake is. So if your name is Karen, I'm inclined to believe that you're probably a fucking Karen.
My name is Bill, and I have a lot of unpaid bills, so makes sense. Scott's name is Scott, and he says the most heinous shit and gets off scot-free, so I guess it makes sense. Ben's name is Ben, and he's a black man on a box of rice, so there you go.
Everything checks out.
It all checks out. I mean, I agree with everything she says, and when I was 20, I fucking thought that I could do something about it. Now I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the way the world works, and it's like,
fuck it.
No lives matter. It is about property. You're everybody's saying people versus property, but they own the rich own the people and the property. You just have the idea that you have this moment of freedom. It fucking sucks. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it does suck. You're definitely not wrong in that respect.
You know what? I can call somebody right now.
I can call Jesus.
Yeah, I don't believe in Jesus, so.
Oh, that's that spirit in you. Come on out. Get away from me.
Okay, I'm feeling this already. This is
Get away from me.
Yeah, I don't know where to go.
My father's already here. He's omnipresent. He's present.
Oh, here we go.
You don't have to pick a side,
This is like when you put fucking oil and water together.
Does she have a disc man?
Oh God,
yes,
that's
amazing.
Is that what that is?
I hope it's a disc man.
He's a present helping the
It is. Disc man.
Oh, fucking A, dude.
When was this filmed?
Today. This is live.
Where can you get a disc man?
She
Time of
got
trouble.
one.
You're distressed.
She got her disc man from the same 80s salon she got the haircut.
True. She's consistent.
That's a Barbizon
I can call
disc
on
man.
Jesus.
He
answers prayer. He answers prayer. You leave me alone. You're getting closer to me.
She doesn't even have like a pocket to carry it in. She's just holding it in her hand. And she's just holding it loose. Yes, that's the best.
I don't like going outside because I know I'm going to be on the wrong side of one of these videos. I know it.
IRL stream. Like, what do you mean you don't love being outside?
I used to love being outside. I used to go IRL all the time, but I know now if I go IRL, I'm gonna end up being the fucking weird white person on the other end of the camera. Because there's nothing I can do.
That's literally ever not been the case.
But then I was the weird white person on my side of the camera, and yeah, sometimes I'm the weird white person when me and Ben are walking down. We get accused of being Proud Boy, alt-right, Nazi, racist. That fucking sucked.
Lucky guess.
Lucky guess. Oh.
My car, sweetie. You're by my car.
I'm a weird white person.
You go and be great. with your lavender.
I can't hide
Go.
that.
Go back to where you came from. And I believe. Go on, sweetie. Get away. Get with your Jerry beads. Go.
I like to think that I wouldn't be the white person on the other end of the fucking camera. I like to think that. But I also know if somebody was like looking for trouble, I would give it to them and not even realize it until it was done and over. Because I'm such a fucking ham. If someone comes to me with a camera, I'm gonna play into their shit. I'm in my mind. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna be racist, but I'll say something stupid or something super clever that just gets taken the wrong way. I know it.
Sure,
I know it, dude.
Sure.
I know that's the most honest thing you've ever said on this entire show.
I could be this woman if I had a Walkman. Instead of a Walkman, I'd have a fucking Pokemon Go ball in my hand. And they'd be like, oh, the Snorlax caught Ash, and he's over here talking about the Holocaust.
Well, I think it's more accurate, like that would be the case while you're driving, but sure.
So yeah, so just an aside, the guy filming is the crazy one, yes?
I feel like she's probably crazy.
He was
but
speaking in
the
tongues.
guy
That's
filming
pretty
it is more
crazy.
crazy,
Yeah.
so that's what we're seeing. I think a normal person would just like flip this guy off and just walk away. The fact that she continues to engage with him makes me feel like there's something there that could be explored, but we haven't seen the full thing of it yet.
Go. You didn't have to. You didn't have to say. You didn't have to say anything to me.
He is using a CD
I wasn't even talking to you.
At least a little bit.
Oh my God! It's coming out of her.
And she was screeching too, right? Like the screeching, the
She
CD
did have
player.
a screech, but he was like really antagonizing her. And
They're
so that's how
both-
some women sound when they're mad.
They're both terrible.
Yeah, they're awful.
But one of them.
But I don't think she started it. Maybe she did. I don't know.
The problem here is
and then this guy was fucking with her.
the problem here is that neither of them are a white male, so I don't know who to be mad at.
Exactly.
Well, do we know like who the person recording is? Like maybe he is a white
There's
male.
no way to know.
I thought I saw his hand. Yeah.
Okay, well,
There's no
so
way to
maybe.
know the
And we
context
see
behind
color,
this.
Lord Magicus. We're
because
not racist.
We didn't see how this started. There's no way to know the
I don't
context.
see
There's no
color.
way
I
to know
don't
what
know.
this is all about.
Where the fuck did this come from?
That's what it's all about.
Fred Durst.
Fucking get metal all of a sudden. I'm into it. It's fucking jam.
Bible? The Bible?
When somebody tells me I need Jesus, I tell them I need you to get Jesus and give it to me. Otherwise, fuck your opinion.
Egghead gives hookers rides in his Uber.
Yeah.
And one of them is known as Hooker Tom.
Yeah, Hooker Tom is Egghead's new friend.
Hooker Tom's cabin.
It's true. For those of you that didn't have access to last night's private show, you missed out on the brand new meme.
Post show.
Post show, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Because people be like, yeah, it's a private show. I didn't say it.
Cool.
You know, like,
Cool.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, I'm glad you corrected me before 48,000 fans.
Dodged a bullet.
It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. Who's this?
I'm a sub lead, so you want to look my name up?
Yeah, but
That's
even
fine.
so, it's we don't come on. We can't have any guests.
But I live here.
Residents
Why
can't
are
have
we
guests.
filming?
So how you just gonna let her in and then automatically assume
Because I know.
that I don't live here?
Because I know everybody that lives here. and
You
I-
don't know everybody that live here because I live here. Just because you ain't met me don't mean that I don't live here. And that's very rude of you to just assume that I don't live here. Is there a problem? Is there a reason that you just assume that I don't live here? A black woman doesn't live here, but you can let this white woman in and assume that she lives here. It is about that. Clearly, because you see three young women of color walk up to you, and we say that we're coming to the pool, and you stop us before we even get into the door to speak to
do know
anyone.
everybody. Then you haven't come in and done your paperwork, right?
I have done my paperwork. I've been living here since March, paying rent since March. So how are you going to tell me? You stopped me before I even get to the door to speak to anyone.
I said we don't have any.
Oh, that's the end of it? Man.
Okay.
Does she
so,
have a
like,
fob to get in the
what
door?
What I'm getting is she's trying, like the woman filming's trying to go and use like a community pool or something on like an apartment complex, and
The
this
apartment
woman's
pool?
trying to keep her from doing it.
Because she
Okay,
doesn't
so I
believe
think
she lives there.
yeah. So the woman like at the door is an asshole.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless we find out that the person trying to get in fact, does not live there and is just lying, which would be
That
funny.
would be the fucking best M. Night Shyamalan plot twist ever.
the city of Jacksonville and the beaches being open, because I think there are some things that y'all just do not understand. First of all, we are not talking about Miami. Miami is where y'all got the virus, because down there in Miami you got all them Mexicans and they're drinking all that Corona beer. We do not drink.
It's the beer. She said the thing because it's the same name as the other thing. That's what she thinks. She thinks that for real. That's great.
Corona beer here in the city of Jacksonville. We drink Natural Light. Why do we drink Natural Light? Because it's
She's
natural,
trolling, right?
And because it's
This is
light.
a parody.
And we
She's
don't
trolling.
drink it in them fancy bottles. We drink it in aluminum cans. And aluminum cans.
Someone's just stupid.
Oh, there's a way.
She's a troll.
Like,
what's the light?
Even this drunk, like, I don't believe that somebody is this dumb.
Maybe
There's
she's
no-
not a troll. She did say Jacksonville. That's where they're going to be having the Republican National Convention
It is
this year.
Jackson. It's
Everyone
it's
vote.
50-50
Troll or not a troll?
Like,
Troll or not a
it's-
troll?
It's tough.
Okay,
tough
no,
to tell.
this is troll or not a troll. I'm voting troll.
All right.
I mean, my heart wants it to be troll, but my knowledge of Florida says it might not be.
Yeah,
Well, she already went like to the Mexican place and then immediately the Corona beer place. Like, there's no way someone is that fucking racist and that stupid.
If
so I
first-
still
if
it has
this
to be
is-
a troll.
Like maybe there is someone that racist.
If this is not a troll, she's so glorious, misconceiving Corona beer as the coronavirus and defending Natty Light, Natural Light,
Natty Ice,
as being a
baby.
natural beverage. That's why it's better, because it's
that's-
natural.
Like,
So this
if
is
that's true, I don't want to live on this planet, so I choose to believe that this person's a troll.
it's got to be a troll
Yeah.
because it's too clever. It's too clever in its stupidity, right?
I agree. I agree. Troll.
Troll.
Definitely. Troll.
We drink natural
since
light
you did
because
one
it's
of those.
natural.
'Cause it's
natural
natural.
ice.
I mean, that's a
because it's
pretty good line.
natural. Because it's natural. Natty fucking light.
Cannot have the coronavirus because they are not glass. They are aluminum. So that's number one.
okay.
And number
Coronavirus
two,
can travel
y'all
on glass,
don't
but
realize
not
that
aluminum.
down here in Jacksonville, it is hot. I don't mean hot like they're in
This is
Minnesota
trash
or
potatoes.
wherever where y'all think 70 degrees is hot. It's hot like 95 degrees all the time. And the virus
I've been
cannot
to Florida
live
before. I know what
when
hot
it is that hot.
That's bullshit. They have the virus in Brazil, which is like on the equator.
Oh, this is where you're calling bullshit, Ben? This
Well,
is.
I'm just saying that
You know what?
part.
Everything up to this, I'm fine with. But
No, I'm just saying that's total bullshit.
So that's number two. And we knew that we were going to have to be out in the hot. That's why we bought all that.
Out in the hot.
Got to be out in the hot.
All right. What's it?
Do you really need this? What do you want to do? Post it for you?
Oh, this is going to be fucking gold.
How about
I
that?
can already see it.
I think I'll get real close to you and cough on you then. How's that?
God damn it.
Oh, this
asshole.
this bitch. What?
hell yeah.
Look at this criminal act. Like, she could actually go to jail for that.
Let's go.
That's assault.
Now that's a Karen.
That's epic levels of Karen.
That's like almost beyond Karen because she just like did something that could actually get her in prison.
Should I
'cause,
sacrifice my
spitting on
freedom?
someone is assault, right?
Freedom
So,
is
basically.
free.
Should I
Especially with
sacrifice?
coronavirus? Like, that's double bad.
Should I sacrifice my freedom for the memes? And if somebody
think
like
so.
if somebody starts filming me like this in a store, I just walk up and start pissing directly into the camera.
Beyond them, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fucking a great video? I'm sure I'd go
It's
to
worth
jail
it.
and become a sex offender, but god damn, that would be a great video.
It's worth the meme.
I might be worth the meme. Like, oh, you
I support-
filming me? You filming me? Well, perfect. I'm gonna take one pee and just whip it out and all up into the camera. It'd be fucking
What store are
hilarious.
they in? This looks like a weird kind of place.
It almost looks like Pier 1 or like World Market or one of those kind of places.
The ambient music was really loud.
It looks like a kind of Karen kind of store.
It's a Karen store.
Big Lots, someone said.
Big Lots.
This is maybe
the stuff looks too
import
nice.
one.
Yeah, Pier 1
Pier 1
import.
imports?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, it's not nice enough for Pier 1, but it might be too nice for Big Lots.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that middle ground.
Have you guys ever seen
I don't know
World
what it
Market
is, but,
before?
like, the way
There's
the
a few of them in
store's laid out
Seattle.
is weird. Like, I see
Oh shit,
shelves and,
that's
like furniture just lying
not
around.
Too early for that.
It's too easy to fall in love. Oh.
Well, it wouldn't be an episode of DP if we didn't fuck up the transition somehow.
We
Yeah,
watched
rules are rules.
Me and Billy did a review of Purple Rain not too long ago. And the funny thing about that is that Prince, even though he's the protagonist, is actually more of like the villain in the movie. And Morris Day is the hero. But they portray it total opposite. But Prince is an asshole.
People right now.
I found this video. It was made a long time ago. This is like an epic Billy speech that someone took and made even more epic.
Want to be told what the fuck to think because they can't make reality out of reality. They can't make sense of it. And so they're just following whatever gives them that feeling of sense. And it's scary because who knows where it goes from
I like
here.
how there's a spinning donut on the bottom.
Especially with net neutrality fucking killed and the ability to focus in on what people see and don't see. They don't even have the choice to look for other options. We could be coming to the point where there is no freedom.
That's a penis rock.
And when I say freedom, I'm not even talking about freedom of the country. I'm talking about freedom of the mind. We won't be able to think without, boom, advertisement, idea. A friend of ours says something that we disagree with. We block them. We know they're no longer our friend. We see them in real life, and fucking we don't even know what we talk about because we don't have the online fucking cache of interaction anymore. We're losing everything that made us human, and the next generation, I just want to know what they're going to be like. Right now, we're in a meme generation.
Oh, wait for 1 second.
Oh, dude, it's a fucking donut river. Look at that. That's great.
Wow. Is the next step? What's the evolution after memes? Where do we go?
Where do you go?
Well, right now, everybody has the ego that they're the god of their own reality, right? Everybody believes that they're the fucking YouTube superstar. You got people out here with channels with like 12 subscribers, and they upload every day and talk to their camera like they're talking to a million. That's delusional. I'm sorry, it is. If you're talking to 12 people that are probably like bots or pedophiles, and you're a 12.
Even back then, he had to work it in.
On the pedo train since day one. Respect.
Yep.
And you're like, hey, I'm here today. I just want to say I watched Logan Paul yesterday. Oh my God, he's got a dead body behind him. It scared me so much. But
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen yet.
His rant is so long they had to go to a totally different
new
music
song.
track for this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 7 minutes long. Other way.
Because we don't know yet. We don't know what. Right now, it's easy to play into people's insecurities because people will remember a bad day more than they'll remember a good day. But we have to find a way to give them that meme that's so true and so believable. It's the new religion. Because people want to believe in something, and if they have something solid, a steady stream of positive memes that build them up as better human
We need evidence.
We do need evanism. All right, he's on to something.
Evanism is great. That video that he made with the babies flipping off the camera is fucking great.
Is hope. We'd be good versus evil like all.
Will the memes be as influential in this election, but like now that people kind of understand its influence?
I think less this than the last one.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, before Donald Trump was like such an underdog, you really didn't think he was going to beat Hillary.
Right. It was a joke that he was going to win.
And now we know he can win. So it's not about the memes anymore.
I saw that Joe Biden. I think whoever talked about the Joe Biden speech was being sarcastic.
Really?
Yeah, because I saw it and it was
terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's what Billy's saying or if it's like this shit, but like I'm really feeling this shit right now. So
Hell yeah.
Don't
I'm
cry.
totally on board
Don't
with
cry.
Into it.
I got like half a bottle left, Jack. Come on, let's hit the goal.
We're getting there. We're getting there. 14%. All we need is for religion around this. It's not too late. You can just make up some bullshit reason why it had to sleep for almost 3 years instead.
Someone sparked it. I'm going for wholesome memes here on out.
Damn.
Beautiful.
Damn.
I've got to pee like the Dickens. Should I hold it or should I go?
Do a pee.
I'm waiting because I want
Go
Chad
ahead.
to make me drink the rest of this first.
Yeah.
All right.
Do a pee.
I'll go.
Go.
Do a pee.
That's what we do. That's how this show works. There's no way I'm sitting here for 2 to 3 hours not peeing when I have to. That is too unpleasant.
I would pee in like my cups and stuff if Ben would let me. But
And back in the day on the show, we'd take like 20-minute breaks in the middle of the show. So
I missed this. Like in some sense, I missed the song breaks, but you know what? I realized I can just listen to the songs like during the day. When
everybody complained about that.
Yeah, no, like, it's fine about the
Forevinism,
song
Flame
breaks.
Live.
The
Yes.
songs were great. I
95%.
love the music that we played during the break. I have a playlist of all.
I mean, yeah, you can go listen to the music, whenever you want.
I set up a whole playlist of like every song that was like on during the break, and it's amazing. I listen to it all the time.
Yeah, I picked all of those songs.
All right. Well, Scott's gonna abandon.
Except for the DP
we're really
specific
close.
ones.
We're like 5% away. Okay, so you know what? Maybe I should go pee now. So
Yeah, go do
I'm
it.
Gonna
I have to
drink
pee
the rest of
too.
this
I'm gonna
stuff.
go.
do a pee. Everybody do a pee.
I'm gonna do a pee, and
All
I'll
right.
put Billy on
Everybody's
full
gonna go do a
screen.
pee.
How about that?
Everybody do a pee. Sometimes it's okay to go with me. Sometimes I think I'm alone now. The beating of a heart is the only sound. Now, often when Ben leaves me alone, he leaves me with the fan chat. But the fan chat's not on the screen when I go full screen. So I pull it up on my phone. I'll be reading the fan chat on my phone and the top chat on the computer. Hi, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Watching that video of me earlier, it almost brought me to tears. I got choked up quite a bit. And it's not because of what I said, but it was more about the person I was back then. I don't know if you guys know this about Drunken Peasants, but historically, you've all been very mean and you pick on people. And it's funny. You beat on poor little Brett Keane. You pick on poor Von Helton. And it's funny. It's funny. But it's not sustainable. And because I'm such a kind and wholesome person, I let you guys pick on me. And I became the Brett Keane. I became the Von Helton. I became the person that you could make fun of and pick on. And that's why we do the stupid rap videos and you torture me. And that's okay because I gave myself up for you guys.
Ha! Gay!
What the fuck did I come back to? But you are at 95%, so maybe I'm the asshole here.
Sorry.
By the way, guys, I did start a dedicated server for the game Ark. Me and Jeff Holiday are gonna rock out some Ark and ride some dinosaurs and shit, and we're gonna get people in on it. We're gonna get everyone in on our private Ark server.
Yeah.
Patron.
I did not realize how hard that hit me until I almost fell down the stairs.
I could tell you're kind of. I could tell you're kind of tipsy.
Is that Vikings blood?
Dude, it's 19%. Like, there's no joke.
Can you tell I'm on heroin right now? Be honest. Be honest.
Be honest.
You had me totally fooled.
How about when who's the kid from Glee? When he just died of a heroin overdose?
Oh.
You know the damn kid that died from a fucking
And then
heroin
there was
overdose.
the other one that like killed himself because he was.
Well, that was
in
after
trouble
Glee was
for
over. Yeah,
being a
'cause-
Plato
You
file.
know the entire cast of Glee is dead now? That's amazing.
And they're still on tour too. That's the crazy part.
That's crazy.
They're dead and
But
on
it's all,
tour.
it's all like replacement people like Menudo. Like they don't have Ricky Martin
Menudo.
anymore.
Yeah, Ricky Martin was in Menudo.
Yeah. But then he aged out when he turned 12.
Menudo is a delicious food that, like, when I moved to New Mexico, I felt like I moved to, like, a totally... It almost felt like living in a different
Do you
country.
like tripe?
Tripe? Yeah, like, I've eaten tripe tacos and
Isn't
shit.
tripe like the main ingredient for a true menudo?
I believe so, yeah. It's like cold weather food, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it.
I watched Glee. Season 1 of Glee was like really great TV. Season 2, I think they lost a little bit of it.
And then apparently season 3 was bad enough to make you kill yourself.
Pozole is good too. I saw someone mention Pozole. That's really good too.
It's just crazy that main character from Glee died of a heroin overdose. Like, how does someone like that, who's a fucking happy-go-lucky singer, have a heroin problem?
Because they're like a child celebrity and there's always issues with that.
Guys, I don't know if you've done heroin. It feels great.
It's like a massage across your entire
gets
body.
you really high.
I've never
And
done real heroin.
If you have Glee, like Fox Network heroin money, fucking
true.
spend it, baby.
I've never done
Fox
real
Network
heroin.
heroin money has to be a fucking like phrase I use for the rest of my life.
But I've done opioids, and that's pretty awesome. So I guess heroin is really good.
I never did heroin.
Have you done Percocet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's close enough. So imagine that only better.
Yeah. Well, I never wanted to do heroin. Like, I've obviously had multiple opportunities. I've been around
Did you
heroin.
enjoy Percocets? Some people don't enjoy them.
I like Percocet, Vicodin. I like all
Some
those.
people don't like those.
I love that high.
Dude, I
They're
know
real
people that are
nice.
like, I knew people that are like, oh, they make me feel sick. Like I don't like they make them nauseous.
really?
You know what? I loved the weird itchy feeling that you can get from them. Like if you take enough of them, you
If
like
you take too many.
You start not too many, but like good amount.
I never took too many.
Enough.
And you get itchy, like your
Yeah.
skin gets
but
all.
it's not like a bad itchy.
No,
it's
it's
sort of
great.
tingle.
Yeah, it's kind of great.
Yeah.
When I was in Los Angeles, I was like 600 pounds, and I was walking all around Hollywood for a couple weeks. I was living out there, and my feet were really sore, like really bad from all the walking I was doing. And someone gave me a couple Percocet, and fuck, it was like the best feeling ever. I was walking around all over.
I'm glad
again.
I got away from them.
Yeah.
I had a doctor giving them to me. So, like, I had a steady legal source for them for a long time.
Oxycontin back in the day, I could have been a fucking oxyhead, no problem. I had so much access to shit.
Oxycodone, Percocet has oxycodone in it. Oxycontin is different, though, because that's slow release.
Yeah, Oxycontin. That's what my what
Yeah.
my cousin was addicted to. He would get them unlimited amounts, 80 milligrams. He'd pay $20 a pill, and he'd sell them to people for like 60 to 80. So he'd do 2 pills for every 1 pill he sold, and he would do like 600 milligrams of oxy a day.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Jesus
nuts.
Christ,
Oh, it was
that's a
nuts.
lot.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
It was nuts. I'm surprised
Goddamn.
he's never died.
I like when I don't know if it was the first or the immediately second time after when I broke my arm and got surgery on it, and well, first they tried to give me Tylenol 3s, and I said I think I threatened to burn down the hospital, but but when they gave me oxycodone, and I love how they just told me how to make homemade Percocet. They're like, yeah, just mix this with some Tylenol and that's a Percocet. I'm like,
It is.
That's the deal for me.
That's a lot of people that overdose on Percocet actually overdose from the Tylenol because it's really bad for your liver. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's why when people overdose on Tylenol, it kills their liver. So like when people like suicide themselves by taking like a bottle of Tylenol or something, that's what dies. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. And anybody in chat, if you do that, I will kill you.
That's
So-
right.
What?
If you overdose to death, I will kill you.
Yes, that. Don't do that. That's not a sweet boy thing to do.
Well, right you are.
But a little oxy as a treat, no problem.
Yeah. Just moderation. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Just don't get addicted, pussy.
I took them for a while legally, and then I stopped taking them, and it was bad at first, but then I was fine afterwards, and then I had surgery like 2 years ago, and took them again for a little while, but I came off them fine. I was fine. Like when it was up, I wasn't like scouring the streets to find more oxycodone or whatever.
I think my obesity kept me from being addicted to drugs because I was addicted to food.
Pancakes.
Yeah, there was so much drugs around me all the time. Like I totally could have been addicted to meth, heroin, cocaine, crack, ecstasy. At different times, I was in circles of people that were like had a problem with all those, and they were very close to me. You know,
You had some chill friends.
yeah, I lived that life. Lived it. Luckily, I got out of that a long time ago. But
The only drug I've ever been on for an extended period was Vicodin before I had my wisdom teeth removed, and I was on it for like 3 months straight because it was just... I kept putting off getting the surgery done because we didn't have fucking money for it.
So, everyone, we're really close to the goal. Also, I want to ask all of you that are watching right now, if you have the Brave browser, send us your bats. I saw someone just say that you send us your bats. Do me a favor, if you send us bats right now, type in the chat how many you just sent us. Sending us bats turn into money. They materialize into money. Like, you just use the browser and you get the bats and you send them to us and we turn them into money.
Ben, do you...
Look, it's magic science shit, okay? Just trust Ben.
Bats turn into vampires. I don't think you understand what you're saying.
And if you're not using the Brave browser, you're a loser.
Magic science shit, okay?
You can
It's
fix
fun.
this really easily if you don't use the Brave browser and you don't want to be a loser. Use our link to download it in the description. Just do it. It's the best browser out there. You don't want to use a different one. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah. Use it.
Be cool. Also, someone just nut the fuck up and donate $35.40 right now. Come on.
Yeah,
right.
Fucking kill me. Just make me drink to this. and die.
Don't make an asshole out of me. Donate $35.40 American currency.
Definitely don't donate $35.41.
God help you if you donate $35.41.
So Egghead said, I don't think he was a child celebrity. What, the kid from Glee?
I think Hooker Tom.
I mean, he was a young celebrity. He was young on the show.
Yeah, I would consider that a child celebrity. What was Egghead Egghead, what the hell are you talking about?
He's talking about Hooker Tom. He
Apparently,
didn't think Hooker Tom was a child celebrity. He's telling us that Hooker Tom wasn't Wiley Wiggins.
I know what he was talking about.
$35.40. That's what I'm talking about.
Take my money, you sweet
Yes! Yes, go!
Go.
You're welcome.
Hooker Tom for 23rd Peasant.
Hooker Tom. Oh, man. Where are you, Egghead? I want you to explain to me how an actor that was a star on a show that was legally a child wasn't a child star.
He played a child.
Oh, God.
I'd like to hear your
I'm not
logic
a child. I just
here,
play one on
Egghead.
TV.
This is really strong shit. It's like half whiskey strength.
I am wasted right now.
This is like 19%. It's not a
Do
joke.
it.
Did you
Do
drink
it.
the whole bottle?
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Come on, pussy. Come on.
It's really, really good, but it's really fucking strong. Seriously, though, if you've never had this before, try to find it at your local store or whatever. It's fucking
Who's
great.
paying
I
you?
highly
Hold on.
recommend it.
You to come on my show and get paid to do some advertising?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No free rides.
Yeah, this is just like when Hooker Tom got free promo. We don't like it. We don't like it. Will William Melrose become Patreon?
Oh, God.
I'm going to go... Oh, God, a fly just flew in my eye. I have Ebola.
Shout out to William
You got
Melrose
Ebola?
for being a Patreon.
I got Ebola.
Good job.
Bola.
Thank you, Flame Lies, for the big donos tonight. Alagas says, RFL, why is this so funny? because it's hilarious. Mighty Five says most Mexicans don't even drink Corona beer. There's probably more white and black people drinking Corona than Mexican. Natty Light is just water in a can. Real question here is, why are there 4 white guys talking about videos of people of color? Hashtag white privilege, LOL. I'll tell you why there's 4 white guys. Because
we're smarter. It all comes down to
Egghead, get into the fucking waiting room right now. Get into the waiting room right now, Egghead.
I'll be fine, I'm sure.
Egghead.
I'll be fine.
Because
there's not going to be any consequences to this decision at all.
Nope.
Mighty Five,
fucking 750 milliliters of at 19% alcohol during like 3 hours is fine.
You're fine.
I want to answer Mighty Five's question. There's 4 white guys talking right now about people of color because online mansplaining male opinions are actually cheaper to get than people of color if you're going to buy a talking head. That's
ours actually only costs 77 cents on the dollar.
There's an overabundance of white
opinions
males.
of color.
What was the name of that? The person from Glee that we were talking about?
Corey Monteith.
Jane Lynch.
Oh, yeah, this is the problem with Glee. Glee season 1 was so good, and then Glee season 2, like they just rewrote.
None of it was good.
It was fine, but it was like they backed themselves out of all character progression, rewrote it, and then they killed Party Down because they took Jane Lynch off Party Down because Glee was so popular.
That's right.
Yeah, so it fucked up 2 different shows. I
forget exactly where it was I stopped watching. I did start watching Glee, and I really enjoyed like the first season, but like eventually I just like could not watch it anymore. It was just like
I watched it the whole way through because I'm sick. Once I start something, it's hard for me to quit it.
I watched like the first 4.5 seasons of Andromeda, and I'm like, I just can't fucking finish the last half a season. It's just too bad.
So, I guess technically, he was of age when he began his acting career.
Wow.
So not a child star.
Wow. Egghead's always right.
Yeah, get on here,
One
Egghead.
more for the good guys.
Get on here, Egghead.
His name's Colton. You stop referring to him as Egghead.
We need you to tell us the story of Hooker Tom.
Don't you dead name Colton.
Because he's dead?
Oh, yeah.
Egghead.
Egghead, I hope you know that we like you, all right? We only give you shit because we actually enjoy your presence. But still, you need to come on and tell us about Hooker Tom.
Egghead, if you want to start a union, we don't have to put up with their bullshit anymore. We can stand on our own 2 feet and be respected as men.
Always the fucking naysayer.
Me and Colton.
Is Billy. He's always He's always got
a positive influence.
I miss the Billy in the video we watched earlier.
You killed him.
Not the person that's always. How did I kill him?
You killed him.
How did I kill him?
You sat for years sending him videos of bad rap. You sat there and you put shock collars on his neck. You made him the butt of the jokes because you didn't have anybody else that could take him.
Ben did not put a shock collar on Egghead's neck. He did that himself because he enjoys it.
Guys,
that's the only reason I can imagine that.
You killed Sweet Boy Billy.
Nope.
You killed Sweet Boy Billy.
Always got to argue the other side.
You took him out to pasture and you shot him in the back of the head.
No, that's not true.
And this is what you got.
Oh, whatever.
This is what
Really?
you got.
Didn't you shock your balls with a shock collar at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You volunteered to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's relevant. I just wanted to mention that.
Mickey Richards. Mickey Richards says, DP forever, happy 4th of July.
Thank you.
Green Newfie 260 says, have you watched the Dark Side of the Ring episode about New Jack?
Yes.
I haven't.
It's good.
I have not. It's good, though. The First Disciple of Neb gave us some big love. Joey the Sloth said, loved your bit in the new Leafy vid, Billy. All hail Ricky Berwick. Yes. Thank you, Joey the Sloth. PT Ham gave us big love. Fixed Soul said, choo-choo, let's get to the bonus show. And we got there. We fucking got there.
Thank you.
Daniel Iyer gave us some big love. Mouse Fitzgerald gave us some big love. PT Hammer again. Ed Butler said, Here's a meager penance. Thank you, Ed, for the meager penance.
Oh, God, I didn't think you said meager for a second there.
Oh, my God, me too. I didn't want to say anything.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
That spec is like...
Somebody clip that.
Fuck. Now this shit is fucking hitting me like a truck. I can feel it now.
Oh, just now?
CEO of Pitos, thank you for your $5.
Right about now is when the second half of the bottle is like doing its thing.
The Cinephiliac says, my penne with vodka sauce is done just in time for the show. Man, it's good being a guinea. I feel sorry for non-Italians who don't grow up eating the best food in the world. Yeah, Italian food is great. PT Ham gave more big love. Josh 2.0 gave more big love. Mouse Fitzgerald. Fidel Castro said, I want to see Greg Onion have an OnlyFans with Chris Chan. Well, that's sick. Hate my life.
When I went to Italy, I probably gained like 10 pounds, and I was only there for like a week.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's how to do.
Yeah. It's pretty cool because each city kind of has its own cuisine. You know, it's all like base Italian, but you know, like if you go to like Venice, which is on the water, there's a lot more seafood there.
Mike Phone says Young Turks covered this story with a video called Vicious Racist Pull Gun in Parking Lot.
Really?
Ed Butler says y'all ignorant. And I think that catches us up on the donos, except there might have been one new one that I have to get to the top of the page for.
I guess we'll, you know what? I'm kind of interested to see how we'll do on Twitch. So we'll probably go to Twitch for like 45 minutes to an hour or so, and that'll be the post show.
45 minutes to an hour? 45 minutes to an hour?
Are you okay?
No. CEO of Pitos gave us love. Sosa Bravo said Clue disappear, police choco, Tommy Sore murder. And there you go.
We are going to Twitch, twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants. Twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants, and we will be back on Tuesday. So we'll be gone for a while. Take care, everybody. Have a good holiday.
Can I plug shit before we go?
Yes.
If anyone has another $35.40 hanging around and want to shoot it on over to paypal.me/not Scott Henson, great. Also, I have 2 new shirts up at prowrestlingtees.com/Scott Henson. Everything on the site is 20% off right now.
Ryby Jenkins gave a link to that in the chat too for those of you that want to get there through clicking a link. It's there.
Appreciate it.
Not too far back.
Ryby's a sweet girl.
Yes. And also, Lord Magicus, if you would like to shill that you
shill it up, baby.
Yeah, I play Magic the Gathering on YouTube, usually not drunk, so I do good gameplay for the most part. But yeah, if you like Magic the Gathering stuff, I'm at Lord Magicus on YouTube. So
I meant you could shill for us.
I'm doing the police cop choco.
Maybe I misunderstood.
Give DP your money. All right?
Thank you, Lord Magicus.
I give DP like $125 a month, so
it's worth
it.
No, thank you very
I'm
much.
still waiting for my actual Maniacs. They haven't arrived yet.
It should be there.
I'm waiting for them.
Should be there soon. I'm going to go take a big pee as you end the show. We'll see you guys on Twitch.
Yeah, we're going to go live on Twitch almost immediately. So we will see you there.
Love you.
Here we go.
Bye.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.